I seen Jalen Hurts today working out, man, doing a little work, man. He was getting it in, man. It was looking a little bit legit. Why you hear me?
Well, man, I'm on a mode like this, man. Everybody else that's talking trash about the Eagles and everything, my boys out here working, man. We 6 days away from training camp. I'm all ready to go, man. I'm not
And
worrying
I
about
think
none of
we in
this
the
drama. I'm not worried about none of this drama, man. Our quarterback is working. Um, uh, our rookies are working, and everybody's set in place, man, and no shots. But all our guys are happy where they at money wise. So we ain't got really much to talk about on our end. But
But to tell me I came out with DeAndre Swift over
that point
Bijan.
where Jordan Davis just still play the same.
take that off the screen, brother.
I know, bro. Y'all gotta bear with me 1 second. I was trying to line up these clips, man. I thought I had a little bit more time. What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all, man? Welcome to another episode, man, of Inside the Nest. It's me and KingDv back at you again. How's it going, King?
I'm gravy, man. I'm cool, man. Just been on Twitter, seeing a lot of news, seeing a lot of things happening, man. And we 6 days away, like I said earlier, from training camp, man. I just can't wait until training camp. Once training camp start, man, it's going to be content after content. That's basically football season for me. I don't know about you, but football season for me started at training camp, and we're going to go right into the season. So,
Yeah, man,
what's going on with you, though?
Man, I'm excited, man. I'm ready to see what these boys got coming to the table, man. Every day seems like it's a better day. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just ready to see what Jalen Hurts and the squad got in hand for us, man. I'm ready to really pop some shit off. But hey, listen, I was talking to you before the thing, man, about these situations, about these corners, man. I don't know, like, how the consensus number one changed so fast. Just a few months ago, they was telling me Sauce was one, telling me Slay wasn't top 5. Then they turn around. Now they got Slay and Bradbury in the top 10. How you feel about that, bro?
It's a matter of opinions, and then also the facts and the stats. That's basically what you're going off of. Sauce was more of an opinion. He's a great receiver in this league. But at the same time, you got to go with the stats, and the stats shows that he's not really, possibly not even top 5 in stats wise. So, having both of our guys in the top 10, man, it's inevitable. We both know that they're great receivers. They're the best duo in the NFL. So I don't put nothing past it. I really think that I got these boys for my shirt for a reason, the corner boys. So I really think that they're gonna show why they're the corner boys this season again. They played, knock on wood, hopefully they don't get hurt. They played every game last season together, so why not do it again? Run that back, man. I know they up there in age, but they're gonna hold it down for that secondary, especially with what we know that this pass rush can be. So I'm happy that they both is being acknowledged as top 10 cornerbacks.
Yeah, I think with the opportunities at hand this year, man, I think with the young guys coming in, the infusion of youth, I think our cornerback situation is gonna get better, to be honest. And I think if we can keep a little bit of that, that swag going into the latter half of the season, keep Slay in the same type of games he was playing the first half of the season last year, I mean, I can see us really propelling. I can see, Bradbury having a better season. I can see a lot of these dudes that, you know, was ahead of Slay last year not being there, man, because Slay played some good ball up until that Washington Commanders game. After that Washington Commanders game, I didn't see the same Slay anymore last season. And I think in totality, they stopped targeting him, but they also kind of was playing games with Slay, you know, because he gets bored sitting over there a lot of times when he ain't getting targets. He get unoccupied, you know what I'm saying, unfocused, and you know what I'm saying. So I think it's gonna be one of those situations where we're gonna be good, man. We're gonna be good.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's what I was talking about. Eagle Quizzy. I was talking about that second one, bro. After that second game, he was through.
Yeah, the second one, yeah.
Yeah,
the second one, he just stopped being Slay. I don't know. He was out of character, man. Seriously. And it could have been some of the play calling, but not talking to the 10, man. That boy know how to get back into the game, man. He's a vet. He needs to actually play all 17 games. No, don't take no games off, because at the end of the day, you know, people going to start either trying to target you or, you know, like, for instance, we played the Dolphins, man. We seen what Tyreek Hill did with Slay, and I know a lot of people said that he lost his footing. A lot of people said that, but look, he had to step on him to the point where, hey, you know, we gotta watch that. We gotta watch that this season, man. We go up against some good receivers, and you know, I really think that Slay needs to come 100, not just against Justin Jefferson.
Hey, tonight is a call-in show, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe on both channels, man. And I will be dropping the link. But before I drop the link, I gotta bring you something. You know what I'm saying? I always got something up my sleeve, even though they're a little short. I got something up that line.
That boy paid $5 just so he could get his shit answered. All right, fuck it. All right, my least favorite thing is the people. They fucking obnoxious and fucking, I can't stand the fuckers. Favorite thing, I say, the weather was a dub. I fuck with the weather. It was cold, but I fuck with it though.
All right, let me say this, right? Let me say this, man. CJ Gardner-Johnson, he was a decent safety for us, decent cornerback, and especially nickel. My whole thing is he has somewhat of a right to say what he said because he got his car took it. They took his car here after a win. After when they took his car, but overall, you can't just throw all the Eagles fans under the bus because it's also we all obnoxious. Look, we liked you to come here and everything because you were the same way. Let's just be funky. You represented Philadelphia, so for you to sit up there and call us out saying that we obnoxious, look, it's up with you. It's up with you, especially if we run into Detroit in the playoffs or whatever. It's up with him. Period. CJ Gardner-Johnson, I believe that he's talking like this because people are fans of Eagles on Twitter gave him that clout, you know, that clout where as though that, we losing CJ Gardner, we losing this person, like he's not replaceable. He was replaceable, yes. We took a little hit, but look, we bounced back. Look at who we have now. You know, we have players back there that can actually do what CJ did, probably a little bit better if we play the right people. You know, we just signed Kelly Ringo. We do got Sidney Brown back there. We still got Reed Blankenship and, Terrell Edmonds, man. We're going to put him in position to be that stack safety. And then also he'd be able to, go after some throws or some balls, pause. Just so he'd be playing off of the front seven, basically, just like CJ Gardner-Johnson was. He came out and even said playing with Slay and Bradbury, made him better. Right. Made his job easier. So for you to sit up there and say, the fans was obnoxious and all that, everybody's rooting for you to get that contract here. Everybody wanted you to stay here. But now since you out because you seem bitter, just like Miles Sanders, that you didn't get that money that you expected or anything like that, and now you with Detroit. We'll see you if you make the playoffs, bro. And if you make the playoffs, and we see y'all, it's going to be up with you. And I'm probably going to have a whole video about CJ Gardner-Johnson, but as of right now, I feel like that was some sucker stuff. And basically, it's time to move on. Everybody's close to training camp. Should be focused on that. But no, he's still talking about Eagles, even though he got walked into that question for $5. he basically showed himself. He showed his ass.
Man, he sound like a bitter child. You take him to the store and you tell him, I'm only spending $3, and they come to you with something for $8, and you tell them, no, I'm not spending $8. I told you I was spending $3. And he get mad, and then he get home, he talking to his friends. I don't like my mama. You know why? She wouldn't give me an extra $5. She wouldn't give me an extra $5. I'm mad. I'm upset. Oh, I don't like them. Bro, listen. We gave you the opportunity to be an Eagle. You didn't come back. We said to hell with you. Stop being upset. Mm-hmm. Stop being bitter. It's over with. Go be a Detroit Lion. Who do you have week 1? You have Kansas City. Worry about getting toasted again by Patrick Mahomes and leave us the hell alone, because we don't play you unless you make the playoffs and some type of significant run.
Right.
Like, dude, please. You still using the eagle emojis and all this stuff. You still on the same bull dookie. Like, come on, bro. Chill out, man. The ship has sailed. You are a Detroit Lion. You remember what I told you? I ain't tell you, DV. I was telling Bird Gang. I'm gonna call CJ what I'm starting to call Jordan Poole. Purgatory Poole and Purgatory CJ. Because he getting on my nerves, but it's like it's unnecessary to keep attacking us as a fan base. We couldn't keep it cordial. No, now you messed it up. If Howie was thinking about circling back next year, he can't even do that because the city might not let alone steal your car. They might set it on fire in the middle of the roads around here, man.
Exactly. I used to when he was an Eagle, I felt bad that happened because it was on a win. He was supposed to be the fan favorite and all that, but now, man, look, man, karma's a B. That's basically what it is right now. So it is what it is. But like I said, we see him in the playoffs. It's up with him, man. I'm not too concerned about what he's been saying. All I know is that we just showed him love when he was here, and now CJ had all this mouth because he felt like that, he was due some top 10 tier money.
Don't know why.
No.
Don't know why.
I don't know why either. I don't know either.
Since we on DBs, you know what I'm saying? We got a DB in the house, you know what I'm saying? And we seen him working.
Mm-hmm.
We seen him working, man. I mean, the hips still look a little stiff, but it's gonna be interesting what we can get out of him, man. Like, if you're a cornerback and you know what you're looking at in that video, him shifting direction should be a lot faster than what it is, but how fast he run in a straight line. But I think Kelly Ringo gonna be nice, and I think if they transfer him to safety, man, it's gonna be something crazy, bro. Like, I really like Kelly Ringo because I think he can come in and really be that Malcolm Jenkins piece that we had for a long time, that Brian Dawkins piece that we had for a long time, where you can kind of orchestrate the game by where you put him at. He's a chess piece.
Right.
He can be all over the board. You know what I'm saying? He's that type of piece on defense against offensive opposition. You could put him in the slot and say lock him up real quick for 1 or 2 plays. You can put him on a tight end because he's 6'2". He's long. He has the arm reach. He can kind of hold his own out there one-on-one with the bigger guy. You can put him in the box and tell him to go cover the running back or play the run. And you can, you can use him in a lot of different roles. And I like that factor, even you can use him in the post safety. So I really think him being on the team, if we can get the right personnel to get their hands on him, it's gonna be something significant.
I think what was to be said is that we traded up for him and he needs to see the field. He really needs to see the field. He needs to get touches this upcoming season, especially early, especially with that type of scheduling that we have early before we hit, after the bye week. I do want him to move to safety, only because, like you said, he doesn't really move the way a cornerback should move. Wouldn't trust him in the slot. Just to be honest, I think safety will be the best bet for him. He does not
You
move
heard me.
like a guy like Sidney
like
Brown.
2 plays, two plays. After that, you gotta get him out. 6 yards maximum.
Yeah.
6 yards maximum. Anything over that, you might be burnt toast.
You do have to put him. You do have to put him in the safety role. We got a lot of cornerbacks to do it, and that will save it just to see what you have right now. I don't know if they're going to be saving for a guy like Buda Baker, because a lot of people were hyped that Kelly Ringo was working out with Buda Baker. But I do think that we could see Kelly Ringo as a safety upcoming season, because we're thin right there. But we know we're thin right there, but it's not really a issue because we do have the young guys to do it, and we're so deep at cornerback right now that we can actually afford to move him, man. We still got Greedy Williams, still got Avonte Maddox. We still got guys that we can actually, have played that role, just in case any veterans go down. So yeah, Kelly Ringo needs to move to safety, and I don't know when they're going to announce it, but hopefully before preseason.
Yeah, I can see that safety role being big for him, bro. Like, it could be very pivotal in him being a successful guy inside of the NFL. You know what I'm saying? But hey, y'all, I dropped the link. Link is in the chat. Me and bruh finna pin it so y'all can get up in here, man, and talk to us about, how you feeling about going into training camp, players you looking out for.
We just signed someone too for the O-line. Yeah, Dennis Kelly. O-line Dennis Kelly is signing with the Eagles. He had 54 starts. 54 starts. He had 15, including 15 first stint with the Philadelphia Eagles back in 2012, 2015, between them years. So we're signing him back just for depth. So it's good veteran depth there, just in case somebody go down. So we're beefing up the O-line right now. Yeah.
Somebody said he been with us before. Okay.
Yeah, he did. He was here.
A good move then.
Yeah.
We got Stu in the building. Let's see what Stu talking about, man.
What's
happening
with
your big Stu?
Good, fellas. How y'all feeling today, man?
We all right, man. We
here.
Talk to me, man. So what we looking forward to in camp? How you feeling about Keely Ringo? CJ Gardner-Johnson with the super disrespect. Talk to me.
Man, when it comes to the first, I'm gonna get to the CJ thing first, real quick. When it comes to that, man, I'm looking at it like this, man. Yeah, he petty as hell for saying that garbage. But in a way, I get it. I get it. Because we can be if we want to be. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. Look, he let them do what they do. All of these guys in the league is becoming divas in some way at every position. So you're gonna have your guys that's that way, and apparently that's who he is at the moment. The Keely Ringo thing, man. Look, I want to see him at safety. To be honest with you. Like, only thing I ever seen him as is the boundary corner. I ain't never seen him at the safety spot. And I said the same thing, bro. I could see him in that Malcolm Jenkins type vein. So, like, that could be real nice. And really, I'm telling you right now, I want to see how Desai does with this linebacker, how he does this thing at linebacker. Does he use one of these safeties to bring him down as an extra linebacker? Can he coach can Davion Taylor's linebacker coach from college coach him up to be effective, to be out there a little more? I mean, is Nicholas Morrow somebody that can actually flourish in this type of defense?
Right.
So I want to see how that look, and I want to see this running back battle, man. I want to see what happened with Swift and Penny, and if and to be honest with you, I ain't going front. I don't know if one of them might not even be here come the start of the season. I don't know if Penny will even be here. To be honest with you.
You taking Penny over Trey Sermon? Is that what you're telling me? I mean, you taking Trey Sermon over Penny is what you're telling me?
Younger, not in no injury history ain't there.
Couldn't get on the field last year though.
Less mileage on the body. Already been in the offense for, you know what I'm saying, for at least half the year.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right, so before we get EC1 up here, and my dog Stu, you know, Stu always pop through. Stu, give me your defensive and offensive improved player of the year coming 2023.
Defensive most improved player for us. I'm gonna have to go with Jordan Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Why Jordan? What you see coming from Jordan Davis that makes you put him as the most improved?
Just the fact that Jordan Davis got that year under his belt, even though he had to take some time off with injuries. But he understands what this season entails now, having that year in the league. You know what I'm saying? So he's more conditioned. You know what I'm saying? Got a little bit more experience under his belt. Plus, he got his boys coming in there. So he got to set the example for them. I just see a little bit of a chip right there because he knew he could have been more effective last year had he not gotten injured. So that's why I say Jordan Davis. Offensive. Ooh, damn. See, offensive, that's kind of a toss-up right there because I could go with Goddard. I could go with Smitty. I could go with Quez. Hell, I can go with somebody that wasn't even on the team last year. I can go with DeAndre Swift. You know what I mean? So, but for right now, I'm going to go with Dallas Goedert. I'm going to say Dallas Goedert because I think he plays every game this season and he breaks 1,000 yards receiving at the tight end spot. So that's what I'm saying.
Last question before you get up out of here, man. Give me the stat line for Jalen Hurts for this MVP run in the Super Bowl 58.
I'm going to say he completes about 68% of his passes.
Okay.
4,200 yards receiving. 33 passing touchdowns, 9 rushing touchdowns, 8 interceptions.
Stu, he give me that, man. That's Super Bowl for sure, for sure. That's for sure, for sure. That's listen, I can live with that.
Now let me make this clear to everybody watching, so they get this clear about me. Everything I say, everything I predict, or every prediction I give, it is all predicated on the whole team being healthy. If the team is healthy, that's what I see. If teams stay healthy all year, that's what I see. We get some hiccups in there, we lose some key players, we might have to adjust it. So, but that's what I see.
Appreciate you, Stu, man. We love you, man. Appreciate you for always coming through, man. You always giving us somewhere to go, man. Appreciate you.
All right, go. I'll holler at y'all, man.
All right, man. All right.
Hey, man, Stu come here with that fire, man. Stu come here hitting a bit in the head, man. And he said,
it's crazy because everything he laid out, man, I'm with him, man. And instead of, he said Dallas Goedert, man, I look at it as Quez Watkins, because I got hope for the kid, man. I do. I think that he's going to have a bounce back year. I'm excited to see that. And I think it should be him offensively, defensively, of course, Jordan Davis, because Jordan Davis just look like he got a different cadence around him, especially since, Jalen Carter's there, Kobe Dean been there, but Nolan Smith is there. Kelly Ringo is there. So it's like, hey, I gotta set the tone. I gotta look. This is my team. This is how stuff goes. Follow my lead. Jalen Carr looks like he's the little brother, and he's
Facts.
so yeah.
That boy
Jordan
Jordan
Davis, you gotta
Davis
step
is
up though.
huge. But let's get EC one in here, man. What's good,
You gonna cause that.
EC?
Hey man, how y'all doing out there?
We good, man.
What's
So
going
hey,
on,
tell
man?
me how you feel about this CJ. I know you finna rant, so go ahead and tell me about this
I'm not
CJ.
gonna rant.
How you feel
I'm not
about
gonna
how you feel
rant.
about Kelly Ringo, and what you looking forward to going into camp, man.
I mean, I'll first say about CJ, man. It's all childish, man. You know, dudes like move on. Like you didn't have that same energy in the regular season. You were talking about you wanted to come back. Instead of you being mad at us, be mad at your agent. When your agent decided to be a wonderful idea to post your, which one was a better idea on Twitter with a Twitter poll. I mean, you should be firing your agent. You know, you thought the market was going to be bigger. That's why you made that apology, made that a farewell video. You thought you were going to get more, and the market didn't come to what you wanted it to be. So instead of you just say, you know what, I'll go back to Philadelphia, even though I think that, if he went to Philadelphia, even though everybody thought the contract was bad, I feel like they would have redone his contract and made it more where he would have more money, you know? But he didn't do that. He was trolling on Twitter, tagging every teammate, doing all that goofy stuff. And then he's crying foul when he don't get what he wants. As I say, you lay in your bed, you make your bed, you lay in it. And that's what he did. He dug his own grave. Now he got to lay in it. And I wish him nothing but the best because let me tell you something. I don't think Detroit drafted a corner this year. I know they drafted a young safety in the second round. He better hope that's not his replacement. So now you go into another team. You have to redo what you did last year and prove to yourself that you're worth that type of money just for them to say, you know what, we already got a replacement. You know, um, and the fact that, this guy could have came back next year if the Eagles wanted to bring him back, but now it's off the tables. Also, he was taking shots at Jalen Hurts, doing all of that. So it's like you're getting mad at the wrong person. You know, you're getting mad at Eagle fans when Eagle fans wanted you back. They loved you in Philadelphia. They were claiming to bring you back. Why do you think Howard Roseman was trying to bring you back? Because you were that number one priority. And he took his sweet old time, did all that trolling, and he lost. Like I said, he won the battle, but he lost the war because the battle was, he got out of Philadelphia, which he wanted, I guess. And the war that he lost was he lost on a great team that probably going back to a Super Bowl because I don't see Detroit doing that. So it is what it is. He needs to move on, focus on Kansas City, focus on playing Mahomes, focus on
Because week one, you do
Campbell
have
being your
Patty.
head coach, and stop talking about us. Nick Son is not your head coach. Sean Desai is not your defense coordinator. Dan Campbell is your head coach. Focus on being a Lion. You know, so it is what it is. I mean, I
So
understand his
EC,
ass.
how you feeling about Kelly Ringo, man? How you feeling? You want him at cornerback? You want him at safety? Where you want him at, man? I mean, I see he could transition to both spots pretty well. Where you want to put him at?
I like Keely Ringo. I do. I think Keely Ringo is going to be that corner when one of those two, when Darius Slay or Bradbury, ends up retiring. I think that he could step in. I think Keelan Ringo was a very good steal in that draft where he was. We already knew that he might not be a number one pick, even though he's projected, somewhere around there. You got him at a good, selection, perfect for him, and
Facts.
I'm glad that we signed him. I'm glad that, our rookies are signed. I'm just excited for this team. I feel like that we're still getting disrespected. And I feel like this Eagles team's gonna come out with another, okay, let me show you. And I just can't wait for the excuses that, oh, you played nobody. This is easy schedule once again. I can't wait for that. Josh Allen was hurt. That's why you beat him. Tua 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 had to go out because he had a concussion. I don't wish that on nobody, but like I said, we're gonna hear excuses. You played Kirk Cousins, you know. But I don't want to hear it. Like I said, man, we have the hard schedule. And if we go out there and do what I think we're going to do, then, like I said, I mean, this Eagles team is for real. And everybody talk about these other teams that we're playing. But like I said, Keely Ringo, I think is going to be a good player. Going off a little topic, but yeah, Keely Ringo, I think is going to be a good player. And I can't wait to see what he does in training camp. We'll see what happens. We don't want to get overhyped with these rookies because a lot of times it takes them a while, you know, to show that they can be the starter. Because sometimes I got to sit back and learn, you know. But we'll see, man. I'm excited for Keely Ringo. I think that he was a very good draft pick, and listen, I'm just excited, man. I'm excited for football. We've back. Football talk is
Facts.
back.
Facts.
Let's
We've
go,
been
man.
dying for months, but we 6 days
Mhm.
from camp, man. So tell me what position battle you looking forward to, so I can get Quezzy up here, man. Quezzy, be patient, brother. Cam, be patient, brother. I appreciate y'all boys for being in here, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, I'm not going to take that long. I'm looking at the linebacker situation. I feel like we still need that other linebacker. I'm excited to see the Kobe Dean. I think a lot of people are sleeping on him. A lot of people are talking about he's too small, this, too that. And I think that he's going to explode. I think that he's going to be a star in this league. The fact that he was projected to go to number one overall last year in this draft, and you got him in the third round. I think that's an absolute steal. And I think that he's going to go through some growing pain, but once he get used to it, I think that he's going to be that leader that we're going to have for a while. And when I watch him, this guy's everywhere. He's intelligent. He knows what a football is. He's not afraid to hit you. He can sit back in coverage and read the offense. He's a leader. He gets guys in the right position. When you watch him in Georgia, he was a leader. So you get a guy like that on your team, look out. But like I said, we got some good linebackers, but I still think that we need a linebacker. I know that we're probably not going to trade for one, but I'm interested to see what we do at linebacker. Yeah, that and safety maybe. Well, let's see.
Record prediction. Last one.
15-2.
15-2.
Ooh,
Ooh.
you thought I was going to say 16-1? I learned my lesson.
Ooh. Hey man, but we always like to have EC1 on, man. Hey, EC1 has a channel, man. If y'all want to follow EC1 football on YouTube, y'all go sub up the bro. Bro have some good content, man. We're gonna have him on for an actual guest on the show real soon, man. Y'all be real patient, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Sure, man.
I got one there. My bad, EC1. My bad. I ain't know you was even gonna say nothing. Quezzy!
Quezzy, what's up, bro?
What Quezzy at?
What's going on?
What's happening, man?
Not much, man. Ready to talk about these birds? You know how it is.
Yeah, man. So, we moving into training camp, 6 days out. Tell me what you like about the team, position battle. Talk about this CJ situation. He complaining about the fans, whatever. And tell me how you feel about Kelly Ringo, man.
All right. Well, first, I guess we can go and tap in on the CJ Gardner-Johnson situation. I just feel like bro just butt hurt. Like he really want to be on the team, and like he saw that things didn't go his way. Like I feel like he felt that like the Eagles should have dealt with him first, which they did. I mean, we offered you something. Like I mean, but at the same time, bro, you was one of the pieces of our success. But like, bro, at the same time, we couldn't hurt the team. Like we needed to do what was best for us, and you weren't really all in. He went all in from the go. So I feel like he really just played himself. And then dealing with the deal that we saw that he got, at the end, it was like, bro, really, you can't blame nobody but yourself on that. So I just think, he got some growing to do as a man. Like, he could have went about it a different way. But I ain't mad about it because I mean, coming in, he was kind of like rah anyway. He was like that with the Saints, so I kind of expected that type of behavior from him. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about him.
All right, so tell me what you feel about Kelly Ringo, man. You want him at safety? You want him at cornerback? You want to play it. How you want to play this man? You want to use him like Malcolm Jenkins? I'm pretty sure, but what's the best opportunity you think for Kelly Ringo?
Man, really, to be honest, I ain't gonna lie. I like to see him at safety. Like, dude, dude is huge for his age. Like, dude, I feel like dude can, like, like I feel like we got something with him. Like he hungry, you can tell. Like he going to work out with other people and stuff. I just feel like I wouldn't mind seeing him at corner, but I think he can exceed with being a safety in this league. And I feel like we probably got something with him. We just gotta get him on the field.
All right. I got a question. Look, me and bro was having a conversation about corner. I know you heard about the corner conversation at the beginning. I see people that taking Sauce out the top 5. They putting Slay. They putting Bradbury in the top 10. How you feel about that, man?
They putting Sauce out of the top 5.
Yeah, I seen over 10 people today put Sauce out of the top 5.
I ain't gonna lie. I got on Slate jersey right now, bro. But he ain't right now. He not more consistent than Sauce. Like that's crazy. I got both of them in my top 5, but nah, bro. He not right now. He not better than Sauce. So I don't agree with that.
So we 6 days out from camp. Tell me what you're looking forward to, man. Who you looking forward to seeing, and who you looking forward to maybe taking a step forward, man, and actually contributing to the team, man.
For this season, really, I want to see Nakobe Dean and Jordan Davis step up. I feel like Nakobe Dean gonna show us something this year, because I feel like people was like, other people was like kind of down him too because of what round he went in, and I feel like this is gonna be his breakout year, to show that, like, look, hey, I'm here, I'm in the league. So, and another person not other than those two, I want to see Davion Taylor. Like, that's who I really want to see start behind, like right beside him. Like, he need to do something this year. Like, whatever.
He is a vet, so he could bring something to that defense that maybe Morrow can't bring.
Because I think what was it, the year that was it the year that Jalen first started? Like, he had a couple of decent games. Like, he was like him and TJ started like two. I think it was like a stretch where he started like 2 to 3 games, and then he got hurt. And then it's like the last season in the preseason, he looked trash. I know against the Dolphins. I know y'all remember that. And I'm like, bro, I'm like, I know you better than that. So I just feel like he need to really be locked in this season. Like, I really want to see him take that next step.
Give me your offensive MVP and your defensive MVP.
Offensive MVP, of course, I gotta go with Hurts. And defensive MVP, I think Hassan Reddick gonna get it. I think he might get it this year.
Last one, record prediction.
I got 14-3, but if not 14-3, I got us 13-4. I just don't see us losing more than 4 games. But I'm gonna stick with 14-3 for right now.
Hey, man, Quezzy the Great has a YouTube, man. Eagles Playbook Podcast. Y'all go sub my boy up. He new and up and coming. He running the game, man. He getting it in. I seen a couple of funny shorts from bro, you know what I'm saying? Talking about this back situation.
Hey, y'all go tune in, your man. Phone, bro. Don't show them work. It's stupid, but I mean, I was just playing. You don't gotta do it, but I was just.
I gotta charge my phone to get it up here. I gotta charge my phone. I'm gonna put it up here though. Yeah, y'all go sub my boy up, man. He needs some subs, man. He needs some followers, man. Hey, look, I was in bruh shoes just a few months ago, so y'all help bro out, man. Get him going, man. Help him out. Show up, man. We family, man. We Eagles. We love the Eagles, man. You know what I'm saying? Fly Eagles, fly, man. Appreciate you, Quest.
Yeah, much love to you, man.
All right, y'all be safe.
All right, man. Yo. Next, who up here?
Hey, man, we got Kev popping in, man. He new. I ain't seen bro before, man. I don't know where bro came from. Bro been back here patiently waiting. So let's pop bro up in here, man. You know what I'm saying?
What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? What's good?
Who is bro? What's going on, man? I ain't never really been on like that, but I'm always backstage listening. But man, I had to hop on with Quiz. I talked to him earlier today. He said, man, you got to tap in with the guys, man. It's all love. So
yeah,
today, man. Yeah.
So man, you want to talk about this TJ situation, man? Before we get it chopping up.
TJ, real quick, man. Real quick. When we got him, I was at work. I seen it pop through my phone. Eagles acquired Johnson. I was happy because I know he was kind of a playmaker, you know. And sure enough, he came over and made plays, you know. End of the season. We're not able to keep him. We're not able to give him the money he wants. He moves on. You hop on Twitter, and mind you, I had a Twitter a long time ago in high school, but I just got back on this off season, just for strictly Eagle stuff. And I see him just popping off, here and there. But what he just did a few hours ago, whatever, I don't know how long ago it was. I feel like he truly, what Quez just said, he truly wanted to be here. I don't think he wanted to leave. Mm-hmm. He never wanted to leave. And like you said earlier, he's acting like a disgruntled child. Like, just keep your mouth shut and go to work. Go to work. And we'll see you if we see you. There's no need to talk about us. We gave you I'm not even sure what I'm trying to say.
We gave you the opportunity to be here.
We gave you
still chose to go be in Detroit. Now go be happy on your bum team and leave us alone.
Detroit may be a sleeper.
I don't know. They lost both of their running backs. They wide receiver out for 6 games. Yeah. They got a rookie running back filling in. They refilling their offensive line. They might be in trouble.
Hey, all I know is you just never know what happens in the NFL. You just never know.
Yeah. It's Sunday to Sunday.
Yeah.
To make the Super Bowl, we just never know.
So Kev, man, we've seen a lot of this. Kelly Ringo just getting signed. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He's the newest rookie on the team. What you feeling about him, man? What you feeling about Kelly Ringo? Where you want him at? Safety, cornerback?
I honestly think I want to keep him at corner. Honestly, I feel like he's a big guy. We got I don't want to say we have who do we got in the division? We got Scary Terry. He's a pretty tall guy.
CD
is 6'2". He's pretty tall. You got the guys over in New York. I don't want to say they.
Where? Which ones?
What's his name? Slate. Got 2. He's not a tall guy, but
you talking about the fake big play, the one that they was calling big play Slayton?
Big play, yeah.
He's the one that got spanked 3 times last year and it didn't have 100 yards in either game.
You're right.
Didn't even have double digit catches in the game. I don't think in the 3 games combined he had double digits catches in all 3 games. The only person I'm worried about on their team ain't even signed.
Right, we shut him down. But I think he could be like a Richard Sherman type. He's a big guy. Bump and run. I hope Sean Desai used these guys well. I'm glad we got Keely Ringo in late round. I didn't expect to get him at all. I really thought he was going the first round, honestly. But he slipped.
So Cap, real quick. On the subject, do you think that you will be willing to? Because we traded up for Ringo. Mm-hmm. Do you think that we'll be willing to give him that year, maybe 2, to study behind Slay and Bradbury, or would you like to see him on the field immediately?
Honestly, and I would like to see him on the field. And I was going to say it earlier, like I haven't seen him play safety, but then again, we didn't see Avonte Maddox play any safety at Pittsburgh.
Right.
He decent job. So I can't say Keely Ringo. He probably, come in if someone gets hurt or whatever, filling that safety. Him and Blankenship, maybe. We never know. But I can say his speed and his size can be very critical at that position. He can do some damage there at safety. But what if he pops off at corner? You may not want to pull him from there. That's his natural position. Yeah. He may be a top guy. You just never know. But I would like to see him at his natural position, which is corner, and see how he works out. But you never know when the NFL guys get hurt. We have to move him to safety. He can excel there as well. But my choice, I would like to see him at his natural position and see what he can do.
Okay, so we going into camp, man. We got a lot of position battles coming up. What's the position battle you most looking forward to seeing? Front row and center, man.
At wide receiver 3, man. Where's an Alameda? I remember when we signed him, my sister, she's big in Atlanta. I won't say she's big, but she knows people in Atlanta. She got friends or whatever. And she texted me and said, you guys just signed one of my best friends, Alameda. So I'm like, I don't know who this guy is. So I go look him up, and he's decent. He doesn't have the best stats in the world, but the guy's decent, strong in the middle. He's not scared to take a hit. He's quick. I've seen him, flying, past the defense, through the middle, catching touchdown passes. So I honestly think he can give Quez a run for his money. I think this should bring the best out of Quez.
Who you siding with? Who you siding with? Who you got?
Quez, man.
Look, DV, that's how you put him on the spot. While he mid conversation, you just jump in. You just jump in on him. Who you got?
I got to go with Quez. I want to see Quez step up and make plays. he made a few plays last year, but then he disappointed us a lot as well. Like that Super Bowl catch haunts me, man. It's like that could have been it. If Quez catches that ball, that could have been it. I could have had 2 replica Super Bowl rings, man. You know? I want Quez.
How do you think like first time he get targeted and it's a decent thrown ball and everything and he drops the ball, how do you think the Link will react?
You know how we are. They probably gonna boo that man.
Yeah.
Those fan base will boo that man, especially if he ain't got too many defenders around him. Come on, like that. But then again, that could hurt somebody's confidence. Like Philadelphia, known for I don't want to say. I'm gonna say this the real. You get booed like that in Philly, it'll Nelson Aguilar. You know what I'm saying? His confidence. If you're not catching those passes like that, easy or whatever, you're not catching the ball, and they booing you like that, man. They're gonna get you up out of there. Because I don't know Quest personally, so can he withstand that? Can he boo? Can he go out there and make a play after that? Because that could hurt.
Right.
That could hurt. Like that could really cause a detrimental effect to some guys' mental, and they stuck in their head, and boom, you got Olamide in, and boom, he's taking off. You never know.
Last one for me, man. Give me your record prediction.
Record prediction, man. The NFL is tough. We just went 14-3 last year. We got. I don't think we got a lot of good quarterbacks, but Aaron Rodgers. I think we're gonna lose against the Jets. I ain't gonna lie to you.
For the first time in history.
Yeah.
We've never lost to them since they've been a football team, and we've been a football team.
Right. I think we're gonna get our first L against that team, the New York Jets.
I don't like that tape. I don't like that tape.
12-5. I'm gonna go 12-5. Because sometimes the Eagles give me a headache, man. They do some things, and it's like, man, why my team? Why we got to be like this? It's just,
right.
I'm gonna go 12-5. I don't want to lose 5 games, but you just never know what can happen in this league, man. And 12-5 is not a bad record. That's playoffs.
Are we 12-5 with a Super Bowl? Do we get another replica ring with the 12-5?
Jalen has not won a wild card playoff game. He's going to get his. I hope we get a first round bye. But if we do not, Jalen's going to go ahead and win his first wild card playoff game. I think we're going back to the NFC Championship. I'm not the one to talk about Super Bowl at all. NFC Championship. We're going to conquer the NFC again this year. We're going to conquer it. I don't know if we're going to win the Super Bowl or I don't know. But NFC, we're going to conquer it. We got to. Because look at the team. The quarterbacks in the NFC. It's not, they're not really top tier besides Hurts. Who else is top tier in the NFC, quarterback wise?
Probably Hurts, Kirk Cousins, Derek Carr, and probably. I mean NFC. You said NFC. He said NFC.
Hey, you're right.
We ain't got much talent in the NFC at quarterback right now, man.
You're right.
We ain't got much.
I don't want to talk about. Man, I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about them C+ students. I don't want to talk about them C+ students. C+ students got to win ball games.
Ain't nobody with 8 on the road, man. Outside of Jalen, there's no 8 on the road.
You said it again, Smith?
I said outside of Jalen Hurts, nobody got 8 on the road.
No, not at all. No.
Oh, Justin Fields in there. Justin Fields.
I hope Justin Fields does good. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like that guy. What I saw when he did it to us last football season, when we played them, man, he need to get better with his passing. But as far as running, that right there, you got
hit the link, Jinx. Hit the link, Jinx.
You gotta respect Hurts' leg. I mean, not Hurts, but Fields. You gotta respect his leg. He's more dangerous running than I think Hurts is, honestly.
Well, we appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you for coming out here, Kev. Hey, I'm glad you be tuning in.
One last thing. I don't got a channel yet, but you guys can. I don't got no content on my channel, but y'all can still go sub to me. Kev Talking Birds. All right? Y'all do that for me. I'm going
please.
No problem, man.
Sub button is free. It's free. It's $0.99.
$3.99. $3.99 is what I say.
Appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate you guys.
All right, man.
Hey man, we've been getting some interesting takes tonight, bro. It's been going ham.
Like I say, man, Quest gotta show up, man. You know, a lot of people got hope for the Quest. Stu was on record. What'd he say? Trade him to the Colts because Steichen can use him. I'm with it. But at the same time, like I said, that dynamic and speed, you can't teach that. And that's a good offset for our 1A and 1B wide receivers with AJ Brown and Smitty. So, you know, I think that him at wide receiver 3 is great. Alameda is great as well. Don't get me wrong. You know, I like how Atlanta was using them, you know, for those quick passes to try to get the first down and things like that. But we can't do that. We can't do that all the time. We need something going up the lateral, and Quez Watkins is great for that. All we need him to do is catch the damn ball what is thrown to him. You know, make sure that he's prepped for the hits, and make sure he's not trying to make something out of nothing and then fumble into a Washington Commanders team. And that still haunts me, man. I hated that. So I think that this is his time, and if he don't get it right, then he might be off the team. He might be off the team next season, not next season, but in the middle of the season.
We appreciate all y'all for coming out, man. Let me get Eagle Nation up here. Eagle Nation. Hey, if y'all in here before he go, if y'all here, man, hit the link, pop up here, man. We having a good time tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come in here and tell me how y'all feel about the Birds or the Cowboys game time since you out there. You know what I'm saying? The link is here. We talk about all football here, man. We got OG in the back. OG, you next, man. Appreciate you for being patient. Eagles Nation, what's going on? You want to talk about this, CJ?
Man. Oh, man. Hey, what's up with y'all boys?
We good.
Not much, man. What's good over here?
Hey, man, I need to get y'all IGs too, man, because, hey, I'm supposed to be going to that Niner Eagle game too, Smitty. I wanted to, get an opportunity to say what's up with you, man.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. Yeah. I don't got IG right now I do got IG, but I don't use it like that. You got Twitter though, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Smitty Eagle 373, man. I'm on that, man.
Smitty Hey, can you tag it in the chat or something?
Yeah, I can put it in the chat. Definitely.
Okay. I need to.
But how you feeling about the CJ situation, man?
Oh man. Shoot. It's unfortunate, man. It's just an unfortunate situation where we couldn't come to an agreement. Man, you can't tell me that Eagle fans didn't want him back. Like, just being real, like we all wanted him back, and he would have solidified that safety position and we would have been good. We would have been running it right back. Him and Reed Blankenship back there holding it down. We would have been straight. Right. Like, that was the one person we really, really wanted to re-sign. Like, just off of what he did last year, like, man, he led the league in interception and he missed 5 games. Like, and we know as Eagle fans, like, we know he would have got more picks in that 5 game. Like, he was just on a roll, bro. Like, it was like unheard of what he was doing, bro. Like, he was getting an interception every game. Remember, he caught the first interception in Arizona. So he didn't intercept anything for like 5 weeks. And then he just went on a streak. Dallas twice that next week. What was
one of them with one hand. He had one hand because remember he got hurt.
Exactly. Like, he was just on a roll, bro. Like, he was getting an interception like every week for like a cool like 6-7 week stretch. But
I'm gonna ask you a question though. How much do you think that was from the pass rush, and how many you think it was just his technique?
Now I gotta think about that one because there was games where he went up and went and got it. That Washington game on Monday night, he went up there and got it. And I mean,
as a DB, as a former DB, you supposed to be able to track the ball, bro. I need you to do that. The ball in the air and you in the vicinity, I need you to read and react immediately.
I think he benefited a lot from the JG system. He actually benefited. Everybody else was like, we play too much zone with JG, like, but CJ was like one of the ones where he just capitalized off of it. But he in Detroit now, and
week 1 he played Kansas City, man. He better get ready. His rematch is earlier than ours.
Yeah,
he in the trenches early.
Why they do that to him, man?
He did it to himself.
Man, Mahomes week 1, and that's when they dropped them. Okay, but let's be honest. Well, that's another question. Do they really got a shot to go into KC? Like,
that's what people saying. I mean, the points ain't that bad. I don't think the points spread that bad, but I don't know.
They dropping the banner down, like
KC got the ring ceremony.
Oh, that's gonna be nasty.
But look,
that's
Detroit,
gonna be nasty, bro.
Look. Did Detroit not do something similar? Now I know it's not a banner drop, but did they not do something similar last year against Green Bay, that last game of the year? Like, they literally ended their season. Like,
yeah.
In Lambeau, who picked Detroit to win that game? Please tell me. Nobody picked Detroit to win that game, and they went in there and handled that.
No, I didn't.
You know,
I would like to see Detroit beat them, like Quezzy just said. I do want them to beat them, but that'll make me feel good. That'll make me feel good that we lost. You know, that banner that they dropping. You know what I'm saying? We get to see somebody beat them. I mean, I'll be good with that.
Bro, now you just reminded me. Now I'm thinking about who we could have been playing week 1 on the banner drop, bro. Like,
right.
Oh, Minnesota would have been our home opener. Minnesota. We'd have been dropping the banner on Minnesota.
I would have loved the Cowboys, bro.
No, they ain't gonna put you with a team that far, that close, because they don't want the rivalry and all that situation to play until you dropping your banner. They want a team that's out of conference, no rivalry, and an up and coming team too. You see, they didn't put them up against a playoff team.
Why
Detroit missed the playoffs. They put a team that's just on the fringe of being good against the number 1 team.
I never thought about it like that, but why you think that? Just because
you don't want to ruin it. It's politics. If I get you smashed on your banner drop, people gonna be like, well, then I don't want to drop. Now you're gonna have owners talking about, hey, we need the easier teams for banner drops. think about in the NCAA. That's who started it. When you win a championship, that next time when you home, you playing somebody like Citadel. You playing Grambling State. You playing the nothings of the world, so your guaranteed win is a little bit higher. Now, if they upset you, that's on you. But the higher rate of you possibly winning the game and actually being, you know, fans want to watch more. You got more people want to tune in. Now other teams hungry to get that same type of reception from the people. Right. Damn, you see how that game was lit when they whooped them boys and dropped their banner and got their rings. Oh man, we gotta do that, but we gotta do just voila, Jalen Hurts to Devontae Smith. What he called him and said, dang, bro, that could have been us right there with dropping the banner, and that's gonna be us next year, man. We're gonna be there. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Last year, I'm gonna be honest, like, okay, 2021 was more like a rebuild year, and we messed around and made the playoffs. 2022, this past year, now don't get me wrong, like, we was coming off a wild card loss, so we want to win a playoff game and probably get to the NFC Championship. Like, that was kind of our standard, to be honest with you. I feel like as an Eagle fan, like, I was like, if we get to the NFC Championship in 2022, I'll be happy. That was a successful season because remember, we was just talking about how there was people still undecided on Jalen Hurts. So, like, 2022, I'm thinking, okay, NFC Championship, like, he proved to everybody he's the guy, but we messed around and made the Super Bowl and should have won it. And should have won it.
Should have won it.
Literally, we had a 10-point lead, so we was clearly the better team on the field on Super Bowl Sunday. So now it's like, that's why I call this the year. This the year, like there's gonna be games where, like, it's just gonna be over by halftime. Like, you know, now we did that last year, so that's what was like, you know, where it's kind of amazing that we actually was doing it last year. But this year, some teams it's just gonna be wrong place, wrong time. And now, like I've been saying, there's gonna be a lot more closer games this year, you know. But you know, like, you know, I could see the Niner game being close or the Cowboy game being close.
Who we playing in the Super Bowl? If you know
either, okay, I'm gonna tell you. So I said KC on the last I think pod, but I said maybe KC. You know who I thought it was gonna be last year, and I think it's lining up for a collision course for these two teams. It's Cincy.
He's gonna say that.
It's been brewing. It's been brewing for a minute. It's been Joe Burrow versus Jalen Hurts. Like they damn near had the same resumes already. So like, I'm gonna be honest. I was saying that last year to everybody that was watching. Like, if we play Cincy in the Super Bowl last year, I'm gonna be honest. I'm just a little nervous just because like they've been there a little, so their experience is a year earlier than us. But
Hulk
now
smash.
I'm with you.
Hulk smash.
This year, like no. They offensive line isn't up to par with us. No. We gonna be hounding Joe Burrow gonna be running for his life if that's the matchup.
That's the team I want to play, to be honest, right there.
Yeah. But I thought
Miami. Tua versus Hurts for a Super Bowl. Oh my God, I need Hurts to spank that boy. That's get back. That's get back like no other. Like, you got me bitched in a national championship game when I only got 8 attempts to throw the ball and everybody blamed me for the loss. Look at the stats. This man came in, got 18 throws. He went 14 for 18. You wasn't giving me the rock. You bitched me. You did me wrong. You set me up. I went to Oklahoma. You got me whooped by LSU. You got me drafted second round. I'm on the Eagles, and you got me all these weapons. I'm finna spank you, boy. I'm finna put the beats on you so bad. I'm finna send you back to Nick Saban to ask how you can get better.
I thought about going to that one instead of the Niner Eagle game just because like all that, like that's gonna be on Sunday night too, huh?
Yeah.
Sunday night, huh? So like, damn, like that's literally like them playing each other that night is literally a microcosm of their careers, like of like how that's like so ironic how they come to match up. Bro, Jalen about to get busy that day, bro. And here's another thing. Like I know we go back and forth with the Jalen and Dak stuff all off season and stuff, but like I'll put it to you like this: a lot of the Cowboy fans are going off of like old Jalen Hurts. Do they not understand? Like Jalen is never gonna wow you in the stat sheet. He's not. Like that's just not the player he is. Right. You gotta watch him to really appreciate the smarts that he had, the football mind, and the character and the clutch gene. Like, bruh, go watch. Okay, the Indy game. We literally did nothing for 3 quarters, and we found a way to win that game. Literally, Indy. I know Indy in their locker room post game was like, "How the hell did we lose that game?" Like, you know what I mean? Like that's how Jalen can be, bro. Like now, obviously the defense played really well that day, but the Cowboy fans. This is what I encourage you guys to do: is go back and watch the Green Bay game, a team that you guys can't beat. Go look at what Jalen did. Like, if we had any other quarterback in that position, we'd probably lose that game. Because look, Jordan Love came in and actually played really well. Remember? Like,
before we get you up out of here, man, give me your record prediction and give me your rookie of the year.
For the Eagle rookie of the year or rookie of the year?
Eagles rookie of the year.
Eagles.
Okay. Shoot, rookie of the year. Yeah, come on now. I gotta go with either. I gotta go with Jalen Carter, man. Jalen Carter. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, okay, because look. Okay, so he's getting compared to Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald had 9.5 sacks his rookie year. And I'm not saying Jalen Carter gonna get 9.5 sacks, even though I think it's possible. I think it's possible he gets to 10 this year, to be honest. Just because of the double teams for Hassan and I think Milton's gonna take a jump this year, but I could see like, okay, so you talk 8.5 sacks. I could see 8.5 sacks this year.
I got him at 7.5. Right. I got Nolan Smith at 8.5.
Ooh, Nolan Smith.
Listen. Yeah. I don't know how much tape everybody watch. You know what I'm saying? But a lot. I've been a coach, so a lot of my time is watching tape. If you watch Sean Desai tape, can you imagine this? Right? You're gonna have Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, right? Hassan Reddick. This is on that side of the field, right? You're gonna have Hassan Reddick, and then outside of Hassan Reddick, you're gonna have Nolan Smith. And on the other side, you're gonna have Jordan Davis and Josh Sweat.
Josh Sweat, yep.
Who's going to stop them?
You didn't even mention.
And then he runs stunts off that. So you gotta imagine they standing side by side. Next thing you know, you got Nolan Smith so fast coming down the center, down the center aisle. You got Hassan Reddick coming around. You got Josh Sweat coming around. Brandon Graham or Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Fletcher Cox, Milton Williams. Like, you're going to have so much to work with. You can't fail.
Mm-hmm.
If you fail this, you didn't deserve to be our D coordinator.
For real.
Nope.
Yeah, he got a lot of pressure on him.
What's the record though?
Record? Yeah, I'm gonna stick with 13-4. I'm gonna stick with 13-4. And look, I know we go through that tough stretch right there. I think it's
five games.
Yeah, after the bye, yeah.
5 games.
Honestly, like everybody making a big deal out of that tough stretch, but like I literally see us not losing more than 1 game out of that 5-game stretch.
I
had us 4-1 too.
Yeah. Who's your 1 game, DV?
Yeah. My 1 game, I said in that stretch we played the Chiefs, the Bills,
Cowboys,
Niners,
Cowboys and Niners.
I'll probably gonna have to go with the I'll say the Bills only because we got that bye week, and we say that the regular season game against the Chiefs don't matter, but I really believe that it's going to matter to the organization. I think they're going to come back with energy, and then they're going to have so much energy towards that. The Bill game is going to be one of those ones that's going to be, I forgot what we used to call it, but it's one of those games that's going to be like, I don't know.
My win and loss between those two teams, right, is depending on that first stretch. Like how we come out, how we going into the bye. Are we 8-1? Are we, you know what I'm saying? Are we 9-0? Are we in that 7-2? If we come in there hot, if we come in there 9-0, it'll probably be the Chiefs.
Hey, do y'all see us going like 8-0, starting off again?
I'm like this. I'm shaky. I'm shaky because it's gonna depend on this, and then I'm gonna get OG in here. This what it depends on for me. How fast can Brian Johnson and Sean Desai get acclimated to their side of the ball? There's always a scenario where one can get acclimated faster than the other, which is probably going to be the offense because Jalen Hurts is going to do a lot more maneuvering himself mentally on the field. If Sean Desai can catch on by let's say the Dolphins game, I think the Dolphins game. No, who we play first, Jets or Dolphins?
Jets.
If he can have it together by that Jets game, have it rolling, we're gonna be all right. But if he's still struggling to get the defense rolling like he needed to, then I'm gonna need Sean Desai. I'm gonna need Brian Johnson to be in a situation where he's putting up a lot more points.
I think they're gonna do that either way. I think
I don't know because look at last year.
The offense. Damn,
look at last year.
That Minnesota game, the defense showed the hell up.
We did, but then if you look down the stretch, we was rocky. It was rocky. We had a lot more. We had a lot more sacks than we had actual coverage.
Bruh, you literally can't nitpick nothing that we did last year.
No, you can't. It's hard.
Like, it's hard. You can only blame it on injury. That's the only 2-game stretch we lost. Like, and that was just because of Jalen Hurts was out. Like, this year, that's what I'm saying. Like, this year, we'll probably go through a little more adversity. I can see us, like the previous dude just said, he actually hit it nail on the head for me. Like, I could see us probably losing to the Jets for the first time. Like, we done did what we did. Bro,
I don't like that y'all keep saying that. I don't like that y'all keep saying that. I don't want to lose to the Jets.
I don't either. I don't either, bro.
And that nigga gonna be clown material week 6. He gonna be back there trying to figure it out. Do you see what happened last year? He didn't catch on to like week 9, 10.
Who?
He was struggling with Aaron Rodgers. He was struggling and complaining about his talent. He was like, "Oh, I got receivers. I can't get on time with them. Everybody blame me for the loss."
He looked terrible last year. And
imagine he come in the inevitable slope, and they see him go into that real old man situation. But hey, man, we got to get you out of here, Eagle Nation. I got OG back here waiting, man. We appreciate you coming out, brother.
Tag your IG in the.
I got it in there. I put it up there. It's in my comments. Appreciate you, bro.
All right, man.
Hey, man. A lot of people like really, you know what I'm saying? They hype, man. You know what I'm saying? They ready.
Oh, okay. I can't wait. I might do a live play by play on the Jets because I want to see people's faces when the people that said that we're going to lose them.
Matter of fact, hey, Eagles, Jets, live inside the nest, man. We going live, y'all. We going live inside the nest, man. Play by play, me and KingDv, we locking it in. Matter of fact, I might even have a Jets guy that can jump in here with us, so we can ragdoll him while we get these dubs. No, it's our boy though. It's our boy Kyle. You remember Kyle?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, but let's get OG in here, man. See what OG talking about. OG,
what up, fellas? How we doing today?
Hey, what's going on,
good,
man?
brother?
Hey, listen, man. Let me come off the hip with this, right? On this Jets thing. Here's the reason why we're not going to lose to the Jets. Their team is learning a new offense. They got a new quarterback. So those receivers have to get on the same page with that. Don't happen in no off season. That happens throughout the season and then into next year. You see what I'm saying? So the final score for me with the Eagles against the Jets is going to be 38-17. Now we can move on with the show.
All right, how you feel about this CJ GJ situation? You know, he's saying, you know, his biggest hate in Philly was the fans. You know what I'm saying? And you know, his best thing was the weather.
Right. CJ is cut from a different cloth, and I respect him for the cloth that he's cut from. But here's what people don't realize. CJ came into a perfect storm. He came to a team that didn't need him. He came to a team that was, you know, pretty much solid. So he played what you call a robber position, more so than a safety. That was his first year playing safety. Okay? That's number one. Number two is, if you look at his interceptions, none of them interceptions was off of coverage and off of diagnosing something. They were tip balls. They was him going up after, you know, attacking the ball at his highest point, which he's supposed to do, okay, which we learn that in drills, okay. He is a dog. Now, let me not get that mixed up. He's a dog, but he's what we use Malcolm Jenkins was to us. He was a robber. He was a better robber than he was a safety. If you ever took Malcolm Jenkins and you put him just straight up safety, he gonna get beat. CJ is the same thing. You cannot put your finger at as CJ said, at safety, he was a good safety. He hurt himself just because he didn't even know how to hit a player catching the ball in the center of the field. He hurt himself because he hit the player the wrong way. I'm not taking nothing away from CJ. I just want people to understand what football looks like. You see what I'm saying? You can look at numbers. Numbers can be skewed. That's why I don't deal with them when I'm debating. One of the things is that you're looking at the amount of interceptions that he had. That don't move me because it's like, look at the talent of the quarterbacks that we were playing with. You see what I'm saying? So all that goes into effect. He was a great acquisition for us. He gave us what he could give us. I think he made the wrong decision. He went with the money situation, which the money was the same. I mean, I don't see how he sees
well,
it was
back,
you know,
ours was back end loaded, and this one is kind of straight up.
Right. The thing about the back end loaded is that that's how Howie operates. But you got to know Howie was going to take care of him, you know, even before that. We were going to get probably in the middle of the season, Howie was probably going to restructure that contract right there. You just got to, he had to free up money, and he couldn't give all his money to CJ because he was in a position. But CJ did what he had to, like he said, he did what was best for his family. But I think that's where he has to leave it at. Stop coming back, taking shots and all that. Bro, you made your decision. Howie has a job to do. Howie is the best GM in the league. So you're not telling us that Howie should have just said, the hell with the Eagles, rest of the roster. I'm just going to worry about CJ. No, that's not what we appreciate in Howie. We appreciate and we respect that he's going to do what's best for this organization. And so this far, he has proven that to be that, even by bringing you to hell here. And for you to have the season that you had in our system, for you to even be worthy of that. Whatever safety do you know playing in his first year of playing safety is going to be up there with the top echelon safeties in pay rate? That don't even make sense, bro. That don't even make sense. So, he did what he did. I want to move on with I'm good. Absolutely.
Hey, man, before we move on, man, shout out to Bird's Eye View on Twitter, man. Them boys. I just met them boys a couple of days ago, man. But they promoted my show, man. They put it out there. Shout out to Shay. Shout out to Free. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Green Hat. I seen Green Hat I seen Shay in here, man. Appreciate y'all boys for popping out, man. You know what I'm saying? Because if y'all on Twitter, man, and y'all Eagles fans, man, and y'all want to get in this chat, man, let me know, man, because we dropping spaces for Eagles. When the season starts, we'll be in spaces, man. Dudes like OG Wade, we want you to come out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Spit some of these facts that you're giving us right here. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's a lot of other fans that might not want to get on here and show your face, man. You might want to just hear your voice. Just come out, man. Sit down, listen, talk, whatever. We trying to get this family to grow, man. We appreciate y'all boys, man. Go ahead, King. Hey, how do you feel about Keely Ringo, and where do you want him at?
I heard I don't know if it was I heard a brother say that they would like him to sit and watch at cornerback, because that's my position. I play corner. Cornerbacks, you're not good sit watching. You have to be in the action. You have to be in the moment, and you have to get burnt. You have to, because what you have to do now is work on your muscle memory in terms of being able to forget that play that you just got beat on and move on to the next play. So at a quarterback, you can't sit on the sideline and learn from Slay and Bradbury. That's not how you learn to play cornerback. You learn to play cornerback by reps, playing more. You see what I'm saying? It's pretty much it's opposite of a quarterback. You see what I'm saying? And so just to stay on point here, Keely Ringo, he's got to work on his hips. He's got to work on coming out of that. I watched his little workout thing, and I heard Philly Mike was champing him up on that. That kind of stuff don't impress me.
No, what impresses me? You can tell his hips.
He's too high. He's got to drop. He's got to drop his. Yeah, he's got to drop it, and he's got to get on the balls of his feet. He's too far on the hills.
He got to patty too much to get back that way. If it's too many steps to get the other direction.
Exactly. You got to be able to minimize what they call ghost steps, false steps. You know what I'm saying? You got to minimize that, because those seconds there and is where you give up catches. Forget about getting beat. You know, in NFL, you worry about giving up catches, because getting beat, ain't no whole lot of corners in the NFL getting beat. You giving up catches, which is moving the chains. You know what I'm saying? Which is putting teams in different and better down and distance situations. So you got to be able to put things into perspective. So with Keely Ringo, I like his size. I like the fact that he runs a 4.3. So I'm willing to work on him in terms of his movement, because all that is about good coaching. You see what I'm saying? So he'll be in shape by the time we blow the whistle for him. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's going to end up being Bradbury and Keely after Slade moves out. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So on the offensive side and the defensive side of the ball, moving into camp, what's your two biggest position battles? You know, we got the running back, we got the right guard, we got wide receiver 3, we got safety, we got linebacker, and we possibly listen. DV, I did not tell you this. I was in a space today that said Josh Sweat will be second in the rotation behind Nolan Smith.
That's dumb.
That's what I heard. I argued that it wouldn't, but I heard that. They said because of how fast him and Hassan Reddick, they will work better together, and then Josh Sweat and Brandon Graham will be the second rotation.
No, you need that offset. You can't have two fast ones. 1, 2.
Right.
Yeah, Nolan Smith needs to still be. They need to still be a student. You can't just do that. And we know how good Nolan Smith is, but let's be honest, man. You know, Josh Sweat. I was at that Saints game when Josh Sweat got hurt. That's the game that we need him at, man. We had a guy named Nolan Smith for the rest of that game. We win that ball game because they wasn't doing anything, you know, besides running the ball well that game. And I think Nolan Smith put that pressure on that side because that's the side that they were going on. I think we win that ball game, even though we wasn't running the ball well ourselves and we weren't passing the ball down the field. I think we still come out with that win, man. And Gardner Minshew does not make that mistake. But to say Nolan Smith needs to start over Josh Sweat, that's stupid.
No, that ain't what he said. He just said that's how they end up playing out. I gotta go with Josh Sweat. I seen it on the field. I seen it last year. He can obviously if he can replicate what he did last year, there's no reason I would take him out of the first rotation. There's no reason. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Josh Sweat is coming into himself right now, and he's actually going to be better this year. If you want to get the value and the most out of Nolan Smith, which I think will be our Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, I think what you need to do is move him around. Let him be that robber. Let him be what Micah Parsons was for Dallas in his first year. See, he didn't have no assigned position. You got to move him around. He's so fast. And see, he fooled the NFL. He came in that combine underweight so he can run that 4.3. Okay. Now he's putting his natural weight and mass back on. But the speed factor is still there. So basically, imagine him showing you he's on the end with Hassan Reddick. Once the center and once the tackle do their assignments and who got who, now Nolan Smith not at the snap of the ball. Once they do that point out, because they can't change it once they do that. Now he moves over and in right between the tackle and the end. That's a problem, bro. That's going to be a problem. And then you loop off of that. There's so many things you can do with Nolan Smith, and you're going to see it. You're going to be able to drop him in the covers. You're going to allow him to cover tight ends. Man, this kid is going to be out of his freaking mind. First of all, his love for the game. He's an astute, you know what I'm saying? Like, his desire to want to be great. People don't understand that when a player wants to be great, it's a whole nother different animal. Like Carson Wentz didn't dare to be great. He wanted to be in the league and play quarterback, but he didn't want to be great, and which is okay. I don't down people for that. But when you have a player that is destined to be great, now that's when I say destined, that means that you have the talent, so you feel entitled. But when you have a player that wants to be great, there's a difference there. One who's destined to be great because of his talent, and one who wants to be great that has it. Hard work, what they say, hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard. That has always been my motto to any player that I ever coached. You know what I'm saying? And so I want people, Eagles Nation, to stop worrying about the shiny stuff and names on the back of the jerseys and appreciate that right now, for the first time in my career, in my time of watching football, I am actually sitting on a throne, and it's uncomfortable. People don't understand. It is uncomfortable when you are the freaking best. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all can say Patrick Mahomes, this and that. I got eyes of my own. I know what Patrick did. I know what the NFL did for him. Jalen didn't need that. When you see Jalen go get his, he's getting it from the muscle. And he ain't worrying about no damn stats. 41 touchdown passes. What difference? It's all 6 points. When you get a mindset like that you just want to win, and you forget about the naysayers, you forget about the people who want to put your numbers up against Tyrod Taylor and everything. This is joke stuff. I mean, this is like, I don't even want to talk to people like that. It just to me, it disinterests me, you know, because it's a disrespect to this game.
It's crazy because I don't like that either. You know, I'm on one saying that we don't need to be going back and forth with those guys because 9 times out of 10, man, it's nothing really going on with them. So they over here trying to see what we got going on and trying to do that, you know, Dak versus Jalen Hurts scenario. And then they say, oh, Tyrod Taylor had the same records as, you know, Jalen Hurts. It's just, it's comical when they don't even factor in Jalen Hurts' mindset. It's comical when they don't factor in what Jalen Hurts does for this offense. This is why it works so well, and his leadership is way better because of it. We lined him up with so many players that it's hard for him to fail, but it's easy for him to actually accomplish what we did last season, even though we were supposed to close that thing out differently. But this season coming up, I think that his mindset is getting back there, being able to know what he did wrong. It's you don't see guys every day, especially at the age of 24, get pissed off because practice is over. This the last player of practice, and you got AJ Brown and Smitty like, hey, he's mad because that was the last play. He's basically going to be the reason why we get back to the NFC Championship at the least, and also when we go in the Super Bowl, we're not losing the Super Bowl twice with this guy.
Right.
Hey, OG, hold on, before you go, you have your last show with me that got me beat all upside the head on Twitter, that got me knocked all around on YouTube, and they telling me, man, let OG get up here with the conspiracy theories. Now you got people blaming me. You got people telling me that I done told them that the NFL rigged. I ain't say it. Listen, OG is here. I don't know if the people that's been in my inbox is here. Y'all tell OG that his conspiracy got y'all messed up. Not me. I still believe.
Let me say this, Smitty. I told you my passion for this game. This game means more to me than anything. I don't give a damn what it is. I don't miss a play. I don't miss a play. That's here. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The reason why I don't like going to live games is because I don't want to have to go to the bathroom and miss something. I don't want people saying, excuse me, and I gotta keep getting the hell up. Okay? So I sit in my living room in my chair with my pizza, with my Pepsi, and I watch the game. I don't cheer, bro. That's not what I do. I watch this game for what it is. I know, and as hard as it is to say, I think that the way the world is, the NFL stole our passion. When they started messing with this game, why do you think they started sports betting legal? When did they start that? You know when they started it? Once they got the foundation of how the calls are going to be managed. Okay? When you got to call New York, which is Vegas, to determine if a fan player blocks somebody in the back, what the hell you think that is for? What do you think that when we was up 10 points going into halftime, we're in live betting, where do you think everybody's money went on? To the Eagles. So you think Vegas is going dumb enough to let lose all their damn money and have to pay all this money to people because a football game? Nah, bro. And it hurts me to say it. This is why I said I don't want to be the favorite. I don't want they so in control now is that we just got to go out there and play the game. The fact that I believe games are fixed and they do point shave and they do this. It's all about the point system. It's all about, what was the spread on the game? So we could actually still win the Super Bowl and not cover the spread. It depends on what moment it is. I know people don't want to think about it because they don't want to believe that the game that they sit around and smoke their little weed, drink their little beer, take their little shots of yak and everything, that is all, but they robbed us, bro. They doing it in every sport. Every sport now has New York making calls. Every sport. Y'all think that's just by chance? You think it's just by chance? Man, this thing is about money. It's about money. That's why, we Dallas fans and us, we bark back at each other. Man, when you see Howie, Jeff Lurie and Jerry Jones, they brothers. They don't hate. They don't dislike each other. They love each other. They had Christmas parties together.
They say we all brothers of Jesus Christ. Them boys in Jesus. Money.
Well, in God we trust. You know who their God is? That money.
That bread.
It's that money. So y'all wanna know the truth? The reason why the running backs ain't getting paid is because the quarterbacks are demanding more guaranteed money now. So they had to lower the market. The owners is never ever going to pay out more money.
It's a little different though. It's not just that they're asking for more money. You know, with the new CBA, you have to put all guaranteed money in an escrow account. It's not like it used to be back in the day where you could wait to the end of the year and earn your money and put it back. No, when you sign that contract, they have to take that money that he signs and put it in the escrow account. It's not a part of your money anymore. And that's what they're getting mad about, because if you sign Saquon to, like right now, we just signed Jalen Hurts, $255 million, $179 million guaranteed. That $179 million was put in the escrow account immediately when he signed. So now, guess what? The Giants don't have that money to put in the escrow account. They don't want to admit it. The Raiders don't have it either. You're paying too many people top dollar, and you're not making the revenue until the end of the season.
Let me speak to you on that, and I'm gonna put full disclosure. I am not giving financial advice, but they know how to matriculate that as well. You see what I'm saying? What this whole thing is about, it's about credit. You know what I'm saying? You got what they call sweat equity. That's what the players in basketball, football, baseball, they're getting paid off of sweat equity. That is what the owners are collecting. They turn that into credit, and they pay the players actually back the money that they actually, earned. But they make it seem like like they paying you something. They're not giving you anything. They're only giving you what belongs to you any damn way, because they own you. They own you, the person. They own your likeness. You know what I'm saying? We got to start thinking smart, and then being able to compartmentalize this thing. You got the sport, and then you got the business. The business is always going to come first. See, the sport is for fans. That's just to appease us. That's why they don't care if it's obvious that something was wrong. It's obvious that was a block in the back. They don't care about turning that over, because guess what? You're going to sit your ass down and wait for the next play. They own us. This is the biggest drug in the world. Forget crack cocaine. The NFL football is the biggest drug in the damn world. And I love it. And I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, if you say you ain't addicted to money, then I don't know what you're addicted to. Because guess what? Everybody in the world need that bread, that moolah, that money.
But when I'm good. I'm my own boss. I tell people I work for a wonderful guy. You know what I'm saying? So I can afford to do what I do. You know what I mean? To learn this game, man. My wife hates the fact that how much I love football, you always watching this stuff. You damn right. You damn right. And I'm always going to. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn what happened. I ain't going to no birthday parties. I ain't going to no damn graduations, nothing. If the goddamn game is on, I'm at that game. Now, you can set up all the hell you want. I ain't moving from this damn chair, that's for sure. You better get the hell on going out there. You go. You know what I'm saying? Go to that birthday party, and I'll give them the money. Here, you take that. I'm good. That's my move. You know what I'm saying? But, man, listen. We're about to witness something this year, bro, that we have never seen before. Jalen Hurts is about to show the world that he is the best quarterback. And it's not that he's got to prove that, but it's going to be put on display, because this year, Patrick Mahomes is going to take a step back. His step back is going to be because he don't have Eric Bieniemy to hold him accountable. And I said this before. That means a lot, man, when you don't have that guy that pulls you back from something. If you heard Patrick Mahomes mic'd up when they told him, when he twisted his ankle or whatever, and they told him he's going to set you out, he snapped the hell out on Andy Reid. No, I want to play. But it was Eric Bieniemy that made that, you know what I'm saying? Andy would let him do whatever the hell he want to do, because he said, that's Patrick Mahomes.
What Eric Bieniemy told him, you ain't going nowhere. Sit down.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to tell y'all is that Patrick Mahomes, great player. I have him as a great player. I'm just saying to y'all right now, Jalen Hurts don't have that throttle. He don't have. It's a governor that's on you. Jalen Hurts has a self-governing. You see what I'm saying? His
no matter
the
what.
fact that his decision making is so precise and so great. That's why people got to stop wondering what the offense going to look like with Brian Johnson and Shane State. It don't matter. Brian Johnson is going to call a play in. Jalen Hurts is going to look at his wristband. He's going to count the box, what's in that, and that determines what the hell the play is. Right? I mean, but because it's our offense, that's the only team in the NFL that does this because of his decision making and the trust that they have in him. If you look at Chicago quarterback Justin Fields, damn near the same person, probably stronger, bigger, faster than Jalen Hurts. But guess what? He's not better at with Jalen is the decision making. He goes back, runs and running around, and he see a receiver open, but he'll see the corner coming right there. Justin Fields will throw that ball and throw an interception. Jalen would not do that. That is the difference between Jalen Hurts and the other guys. That's why I say he's the best in the NFL because he makes everybody better. I don't know another quarterback that does that. I just don't.
Going off of that, OJ, I got a question for you. So do you think that DeAndre Swift takes that next leap? Do you think he's going to have I don't know, over 1,000 yards of scrimmage?
Let me answer that question, and that's going to be easy. He's going to have about 1,300 yards, all right, from scrimmage. And here's why. He reads blocks better than Miles Sanders. If you look if y'all watch, first of all, y'all Eagles fans, so you're going to realize what I'm about to say to you. When Miles Sanders is running the ball and Jason Kelce is pulling, Miles Sanders, 9 out of 10 times, will run the opposite way from where Jason is leading him. And you see Jason Kelce every time throws his hands up like, dude, what the hell is you doing?
What was the biggest
You ain't getting that out of
going
you know what I'm saying?
year?
And then we want to know why he didn't score a touchdown 2 years ago. Because of his reads, his bad reads. You look at Jalen Hurts, you the ball, he give him the ball. Any running back, I don't care who it is going to have 4 yards before contact. Any of them, because they got to worry about who? Jalen. Not only are they worrying about his run, they're worrying about where's he trying to place this ball at on the throw. That's why DNs don't rush him like they rush with Lamar Jackson. The key to stop is blitzing because they don't believe he can think fast enough and make the decision fast enough. And people want to know why Jalen Hurts' ball look like it don't have the velocity that it's supposed to have. Why it looks like it's not as strong as because you got to imagine he's getting the snap from Jason Kelce. He's got to now put the ball down into the belly of the running back. And at the same time, he's reading the safety, he's reading the DN, he's reading the linebacker. And then he's decides to throw. So he don't have time to put the laces on his fingers. So the ball is not going to come out like that. It's going to come out however he gets it out. People got to know how to read that and look at that. But look at the ones where he go conventional. When it's a straight drop back and throw, that ball is pretty as hell. You just got to know what you're looking at, guys. You know what I'm saying? You come in here with your fanmanship and you think you know something. These dudes don't know shit about this game. I'm telling you. And it saddens me because you get a chance to watch this guy. You had your opportunity to look at his work ethic. Look at his fucking game. We looking at the wrong things. You looking at another quarterback compared to him. That other quarterback. Worry about what our quarterback is doing. We haven't lost a game because of him since he's been starting. Name me another quarterback that you can say that about. None. Right. He's running his own offense that he ran in college. He put his own freaking offense to Philadelphia. Name me another quarterback that does that. You can. It's sad, man.
DV, to answer your question, right? We had our biggest problem with Miles Sanders in 2021 was what? They kept saying, stop outrunning the blockers. Wait for the block to develop. There are huge holes that you could drive a Mack truck through. Slow down. He finally started slowing down last year, but then somewhere along the line, they say he got hurt or whatever. I started seeing timid Miles Sanders again. I started seeing you watch Friday Night Lights?
Yeah. It's one of my favorite movies.
You remember before Boobie went down, when Boobie went down, they put the backup in, he kept running to this. That's what Miles turned into at the end. He started turning to mush. So DeAndre Swift, I watched him a lot because my sister's a Georgia fan, my brother-in-law Georgia fans. I'm from Georgia. So like all that is like stuff to watch. DeAndre Swift is one of those guys that has that Le'Veon Bell ticker. He's able to slow it down enough to see the hole with great vision and then turn it up in an instant. With one step, he go full speed. Can you imagine him just patiently waiting for a pulling Jason Kelsey, a pulling Landon Dickerson, one of those special plays where Cam Jurgens get thrown in, and it's one of those off balance screens where it's more in the middle of the field, like we like to run with Dallas Goedert instead of to the side, and you got all that big men meat moving up the field with DeAndre Swift, all the ability to shift, move, left, right, through the hole. He can go wherever you want to go. We got a lot of potential with Swift, man. And then hold on, somebody just told me earlier, imagine Swift on those swing routes.
Oh my God. Crazy. His hands is better than Miles Sanders. You know what I'm saying? Then you got late in the third or fourth quarter, then you running penny. I've been out there, bro, playing that game. We don't want to tackle them big running backs late in the game because we pretty much beat down. This is how this thing is going to play out. These are dogs out here. We ain't got no players that we just got off the street no, we got dogs. We got dogs. Jordan Davis is a dog. Carter is a dog. These dudes, man, is different. We have never had this many dogs on this thing, ever. I'm telling you right now, man. And the defense ain't going to take long to get it together. That's the first, as a football game, your defense is the first team that actually gets it together. Our offense is solid, so we ain't even got to work on that. So when y'all picking your games, who's going to win or lose, I have a 4-point system. When we have a game, do this. Our O-line against let's say we playing the Redskins. Our O-line against the Redskins defense, D-line. Who you give that win to?
Close.
Both of y'all say it.
Close, but I say Eagles.
Okay. Now, our D-line against the Washington Redskins O-line. Who you giving that win to?
Our D-line.
Eagles.
Okay. So you got 2 points there. Now, who runs the ball more effectively? Our running backs or Washington's running backs?
Right now, without paper, I have to go with Washington.
Okay, that's 2-1. What quarterback will turn the ball over the least?
Sam Howell will turn it over the most.
Right. So you see what I'm saying? So now that's 3-1. That's how a football game is won. Don't let them tell you no different, bro. It don't matter who's that receiver, who's that running back. None of that matters. That 4-point system that I just gave you, you can go and check it now. Go back and look at all the games that we played, and you just go down just this and just check it, and you'll see what that the OG is saying is absolutely 100% right.
Yes. Yeah, right.
That's all you got to do. Forget about everything else. Forget about who had a 100-yard game. Don't worry about none of. Look at those 4 things. The reason why we lost that Super Bowl, go count it up. Did our O-line win the battle against Kansas City D-line?
We won that.
Yeah.
We did.
Right? So barely. We got that, right? Now, did their D-line win the battle against our, I'm sorry. Did their O-line win the battle against our D-line?
Yeah, technically.
Right. Okay. So, who ran the ball more effectively?
Kansas City.
Okay. What quarterback turned the ball over the least?
Patrick Mahomes.
Right. That's 3-1, bro. We lost the 4-point system. See, the field don't matter no more, right? Me saying that it was fixed don't matter, right?
Yeah.
All that mattered was what? That 4-point system.
You're right.
Just go to it, man. Go check any game you want. Any game. You look at who won those 4 things. That's who you won the game.
And you just simplified everything for people. Seriously, that's a simple logic. And
you don't.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry. You don't have to. I'm saying that you don't have to know the game. You don't have to be no numbers guy. Just those things. Those 4 things. That's so easy.
Well, they got a question in the chat for us, man. If y'all want to run it around real quick, who's your top 3 Eagle quarterbacks all time? Everybody gonna be mad at me. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, Donovan McNabb is not in my top 3. Donovan McNabb is not in my top 3. I'm going with our 3 most mobile quarterbacks of all time: Randall Cunningham, Mike Vick, and I'm going Jalen Hurts. No particular order, and y'all can kick rocks.
Wow.
Yeah, I did it. OG. Donovan McNabb don't get no love. Donovan
McNabb
don't
mine?
get no love.
Like OG go.
All right, mine is Jalen Hurts, the Duke, Nick Foles, and Donovan McNabb. That's my 3.
That's my 3 too. That's my 3 too. And I only give it a nod to Nick Foles because of what he did. Super Bowl. Yeah, that's what he did for us, man.
And it's not just that one. It's not just the Super Bowl neither. It's whenever he played. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, wait. I'm on record saying that if if Carson Wentz did not get hurt, we don't go to the Super Bowl.
No, we don't. You know why? Because Carson Wentz struggled against good defenses. Look at the teams that Nick Foles had to beat the Texans. He had to beat the Rams. He had to beat, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, he played the tougher game. Like when you see Nick Foles playing up against good defenses, he wins those. I'm talking about in the next season after we won the Super Bowl when he had to come in again for Carson Wentz. If you look at all the games that Carson Wentz won in that year that we won the Super Bowl, it was against all the bad teams. We played 4 teams that had a winning record that year. We played the Panthers. We won that game. Carson, which is the defense, won that game. But I get at the Carson Wentz. We played the Rams. Carson Wentz threw an interception on the first play of the game in that game, and that's the game he got hurt in. I would still give him that game. Guess who we lost? We lost the Kansas City game, and we lost Seattle game. After that, we didn't play no teams with a winning record. None. So you want to know why we got to the Super Bowl? That's why we got to the Super Bowl. That's why Carson Wentz had his so-called MVP type season. In the middle of that season, was questioning Carson. I said, man, I have a problem with this dude because every time we play a good team, he struggles against them defense. And then sure enough, it just kept happening. And then finally he got hurt. So I was right about that. You know what I'm saying? And I just tell you, all I need is 2 years with a quarterback. You give me 2 years with the quarterback in the same offense. I don't care what weapons he got. I can tell you if that quarterback is going to be a good quarterback or not. Forget about great and all this other stuff.
And that's crazy. And that's crazy that you said that because a lot of people were not really sold on Jalen Hurts. I'm on record, especially you could check back on my YouTube channel that I on record saying that this kid needs one solid full year.
Mm-hmm.
It so happened to be a contract type year for him, but he needed that 1 year to put under his belt as a starter, to see if he would take that leap. And he went over and beyond. Over and beyond what I imagine. So, who's to say that it can't happen for somebody else? Who's to say that? So that's why I'm saying that you got to give these guys time to develop. And I think a lot of people, especially in this microwave type mindset that we got nowadays, everybody's just quick to say, hey, this person had to trade him, get rid of him. No, we need to let this thing build.
My conversation about Jalen Hurts before the season, I was confident that he could be a starting quarterback. My whole question and the only question, can he slow the game enough to see the passes that he wants to make, that I seen him attempt to make, that were on spot for Jalen Reagor, the year before. He was making the throws, but I didn't know if it was going to be consistent when you got good talent. So I was just like, if he could slow it down and throw the ball, because I'm behind him as a leader. I'm behind him as a winner. I'm not worried about him running. And he slowed it down. I don't got nothing to say. Like, I don't see nobody else that really it clicked that fast. Like, a lot of people, you see them gradually grow. I never seen the leap was so big. It was almost unimaginable to see somebody go from struggling quarterback, according to the media, struggling running quarterback to top 3 passing / dual threat quarterback. Like, he is.
Can I say this here?
All quarterbacks, he's the number 1 probably running quarterback in the league.
Let me say this here. Here's the problem with people talking about this leap that Jalen Hurts took. Jalen Hurts did not take a leap. You know why I say that? Because if you say that he took this huge leap, now you're disrespecting the game, because now if a player it's in one offseason, could become that much better, then why go work at your game? Why? If you can just do that overnight, if you go and look at and use your own eyes, forget about the stats. Don't worry about numbers, people. Focus on this. Focus on the plays that Jalen Hurts did, the ones that was messed up on, the drop balls, where the receiver didn't make a play on the ball and it got picked off, or the receiver didn't make a play on the ball, but Jalen gave him an opportunity to make it. Now you take out Jalen Reagor and you put in AJ, and you watch AJ. AJ has never, not one time last year, not gave effort to get a pass that was coming to him. That makes a whole lot different. It's not just the quarterback. It has to be a relationship. That receiver has to trust and have to be willing to go for the ball that you entrusted him to get. The throw in the Pittsburgh game, that was an interception if AJ does not give effort. That's all I'm saying. The Super Bowl, that was an interception if AJ don't give effort. Quez Watkins, he jumped for a ball that he didn't have to jump for. Why? Because he was fearful. He was fearful of getting hit because there was a safety behind him. Quez Watkins' problem is not him catching the ball. It's his fear factor. He's scared. Somebody
Dallas game showed me all I need to see.
I'm just telling you, somebody touched Quez Watkins' soul. You look in the Chicago game, the 2 interceptions that Jalen threw in that game, because Quez refused to run the route. So it hung Jalen out. The interception, the fumble, he dove for a ball that he didn't even have to dive for. So when he rolled over and got up and started running, it was just didn't make sense. All you had to do was just run under the ball and keep for a touchdown. Why would you dive to the ground for a ball that you didn't have to dive for? It lets you know he did not want to be hit. When you do end arounds with him, when you do bubble screens with him, when he catches a punt and runs for, where he go? Straight to the sideline, because he's scared to get hit. I'm just telling y'all, I don't need to see no more. I don't need to see no more. I feel like we've already got his replacement. You know what I'm saying? So I'm okay with moving on from Quez.
I'm about to say, you answering my question right now.
I like him from I have the ability to appreciate and like a player from afar. I don't need you on my team for me to appreciate you. All I know, I can tell when a player is scared. I know when someone is fearful. If you look at Patrick Mahomes, for instance, right? Patrick Mahomes is a great quarterback. But if you go to moments when Patrick Mahomes has to absolutely make a throw, he misses the throw. He misses those throws. He so poorly threw that ball in the end zone and overthrown Juju Smith and so badly that he had to ask the damn referee for the call. That ball was not catchable. It was a terrible thrown ball, and it would have turned the ball back over to the Eagles on the punt. Point blank. And them jokers was scared of that because Jalen couldn't be stopped at that moment. If you go to the Cincinnati game, he had a 3rd and long in that game. He missed that receiver so bad, in that game. That was crunch time. I'm not taking nothing away from the dude. I'm just telling you, it's some people that's built for the moment, and then it's some people that's built for the camera.
Exactly.
And Patrick Mahomes, to me, is built for the camera. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's no way he had a high ankle sprain. He had an ankle sprain. He didn't have a high ankle sprain because he wouldn't have been able to play on it.
Yeah, he
played that up. He wanted to play it up because all the people already putting him as this great guy, right, or a great player, and then but he couldn't beat Joe Burrow. So he found a way to put tension on him, whereas though if he does something, it's that much better because he did it while he was hurt. He had the grit.
Mm-hmm.
Man, F up out of here with that crap. I'm way smarter than that. I'm way smarter than that because when he got the ankle injury, Chad Henne got the ball on the 1 damn yard line and drove Kansas City down 98 yards for a damn touchdown. That's why that motherfucker got back in that game. Because he seen Kansas City actually can win without him. And he don't want that damn narrative put out there. See, y'all dudes is fool. I know dummy.
Ooh.
I know dummy.
Spicy, OG. Don't get it too spicy, OG.
I know dummy.
Burn down the nest, man. We need
to I'm just saying. I mean, and I'm giving him his props. Great player. But give me the dude.
But at the same time, I already know what is it about already, and you touched on a lot of it. How the NFL is basically trying to make him the face.
Yeah,
that's basically what it is at this point.
And I get it.
I see it, and I just think that it makes a better rivalry to see that we got to take down another giant. Look at 2017 when we had Tom Brady in our grasp and we was able to win that Super Bowl. So I would like to see them in another Super Bowl with better playing conditions on the field. I would like to see us in the Super Bowl with just us getting the calls fairly. The fair calls. Don't sit up there and take Vegas out of it. But they're not going to do that because it's a business at the end of the day. They're not going to do that.
There's 2 points I want to ask y'all two dudes. Joe Burrow. Everybody is saying Joe Burrow is second. Everybody puts Joe Burrow over Jalen Hurts. Let's look at this here. And let's take all the numbers and we're going to leave the numbers out because they both great players in their own right? So we're not going to talk about no numbers. Let's talk about the game.
Hold on, OG. If you do want to look at the numbers, it's very close for our running quarterback.
Right. I don't even see one thing I don't have to do. I don't have to disrespect Joe Burrow to show you that Jalen is better, and I don't have to use no numbers to prove who's better. I'm going to say this here. They both went to the Super Bowl, was in the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow needed a halfback running back to throw a halfback pass to get their first touchdown because he was not looking comfortable. That Joe Cool that everybody was putting on him, he was not so cool in that Super Bowl. Okay? Then the other touchdown that he got was when T. Higgins grabbed face mask, pulled it down, and got away from him and caught the ball and ran it into the end zone. Joe Burrow had opportunities in that game to win that game for them. He did not do it. Jalen Hurts was in the same position in the Super Bowl, going up against Patrick Mahomes, which I always say Jalen is not playing Patrick. He's playing Kansas City defense. But if you look at the flow of Jalen, you look at the mindset of Jalen, it was that I'm here to take something that belongs to me. I'm here to show the world that I'm that dude. And he did not blink. He did not blink. And I wonder if he did not drop that ball, mindsetly, not game-wise, where would his mindset have been throughout the, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we was on such a roll. He had won the MVP of that game at that point. The game wasn't even in the third quarter or the second. We was in the second quarter, and he was already the MVP hands down.
Right.
And it's just the mindset. He actually was trying to do too much on that one play because right before that, Malo had jumped off sides on that tush push. So that was a bad move on him. So now Jalen is thinking, I got 2 plays to get a first down. He's going to run this one. He gets the ball. Malo misses his block. The linebacker coming right in. So Jalen, instead of just going down and us putting that ball, he says, I'm going to try to make a play. He tried to move the ball to his outside thing where it's supposed to do. And that's when he dropped the ball. Trying to do somebody else's job. You dig what I'm saying? If Malo makes his block, we get maybe 2 yards out of that play, and now we got a 3rd and 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got shorter yardage. Yep.
So I say that to say this: the fire that is left burning. See, we all think the game over. We lost it. No, there's a fire burning in Jalen right now. There's a fire burning in AJ because AJ said that he knew the game we hadn't had. He basically said he knew the game was over. We lost the game when we punted that ball. I mean, when we kicked that field goal. Okay, there's a fire there. There's a fire in Devontae Smith for not securing that pass, that dime that Jalen threw him down the sideline right before the half. That they overturned and they said it was a no catch. Even though I don't believe that there was enough evidence for you to overturn a play that you already said was a catch. Okay, but to me, Devontae needs to be working on securing his balls when he's going to the ground. That's what he should be working on right now as we're speaking. Okay, there's a fire there. Then your defensive players like Reddick and them, these guys is still burning. Don't fucking tell me we not going to the Super Bowl this year and winning it. I ain't trying to hear it. So I got us losing 3 games maybe this year. I can't tell you which one because I got to go by the 4-point system.
Right.
And that's only decided on game day. Now you can project.
Do we beat the Jets?
Yeah, and I told you why. Because they're learning a new offense. They're trying to get comfortable with a new quarterback. That just ain't going to be clicking like that. That ain't no, bro. That means that what we got ain't don't mean shit. If we lose to the Jets, that means what we got don't mean shit. That continuity we got, having the offense that we got, the quarterback we got, and the players that means that if we lose to the Jets, we ain't shit. And I'm here to tell you that right now, as an Eagle fan. If we lose to the Jets, being as though they just coming into their stuff and we ain't never lost, fuck that. We ain't shit if we lose that game.
Right.
Now, and I'm going on record to say that. And I would be hot as a mother if we lose that game. You damn right.
Yeah, I would be too. Yeah,
there's no way we supposed to lose that game. There's no way we're supposed to lose the Buffalo game. We head and shoulders.
Hold on.
Hey, hold on. Let me add Prince in here with us. Let me get Prince in here with us, man. Let me get Prince in here. Since our last call in, I think we got one more coming, and then we're gonna let y'all ride for a minute. Then me and Bro gonna get up out of here, man. This enjoyable, man. I'm having a good time. What's good, Prince, man? What you going on with you?
What's up, y'all? Damn, I didn't even know y'all went on live. I would have joined way earlier. Damn, I got
2 hours in, bro.
Yeah. It's like, dang. All right, but I'm not gonna stop the show. Y'all had a great conversation about these top quarterbacks. So what's interesting about all this is y'all didn't include numbers in any of that stuff. But why don't I give some numbers to this so we can even go deeper into how good Jalen Hurts is? So if you look at all the top quarterbacks, like you say top 10 quarterbacks, like Trevor Lawrence, let's take Deshaun Watson, let's take I don't know. Think of the top 10 quarterbacks, right? Out of all those top 10 quarterbacks who played the least amount of games, you have like Trevor Lawrence, Jalen Hurts, and others. Like the quarterbacks that played around 30 games, right? If you're a younger quarterback, more than likely you're going to turn the ball over more, right? If you look at Jalen Hurts' games played compared to those other quarterbacks' game plays with the least amount of games played, he has the least amount of turnovers, but he has the most amount of touchdowns. Right. So if you multiply Jalen Hurts' total amount of turnovers, it still won't equal how many touchdowns that he scored. That's amazing considering that he's a young quarterback. If you're a young quarterback, you're going to be turning the ball over a lot more than what he's doing, right? If you look at Trevor Lawrence's total touchdowns and to turnovers is terrible. It's like 48 to like 39, something terrible like that, right? But of course, we throw away his first year because, Urban Meyer or whatever, right? Jalen Hurts, this doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. He's at like 79 to like 38, something like that. So if you multiply 38 by 2, it still doesn't equal how many touchdowns that he scored overall. The only players that are close to that are Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Deshaun Watson, Patrick Mahomes, and Aaron Rodgers. Those are the only ones that are close to him, but all of them have played like close to 50 games or more. Jalen Hurts is around 38 games. Like I said, the less games you play, the more this is going to hurt you, your touchdown to turnover ratio, because you're younger. The more games you play, the more it's going to help you because you're a seasoned veteran. You know the offense. You know how to get to your playmakers, your receivers. More than likely, you're not going to turn the ball over as much. So this jump that we're going to see from Jalen Hurts from this year, from last year to this year, is going to be, I think, we're going to see a crazy jump too. Because even last year, like, he was still getting implemented into the offense and everything like that. He had his AJ Brown his first year with him. Now he's going to have DeAndre Swift. His offensive coordinator, he's going to be working with the quarterbacks coach again, which means he's going to improve on his footwork. He's going to improve on his pocket presence. He's going to improve on reading the field. Like, it's going to be amazing. And like everything, like you're saying, like, I'm bringing up numbers, but you're bringing up situational football, which is even more important, right? Because you can have all the best numbers in the world, but at the end of the day, if you ain't winning, it don't mean shit. Right? So the best players with the total touchdowns, the total turnovers ratio, that's Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers. Theirs is at like 3-1. Like, they score 3 times as many times as they turn the ball over, which is ridiculous, right?
Hold on, Prince. Yeah. I'm finna drop my boy Trader Chris in here.
What's up, fellas?
All right. How you doing, Trader 8? We're gonna let Prince finish, and then we're gonna jump to what Trader got to say real quick. Go ahead, Prince. Finish what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm done. It's basically like Jalen Hurts is even better than what we think he is because he's this young. He's not supposed to be this good. His numbers aren't supposed to be like this. He's not supposed to be having over 2 times as many touchdowns as turnovers, and he's this young. It's not supposed to happen like this, right? But go ahead, Chris. I know you were refuting some of the OGs on points.
Oh, no. The only thing I was going to say is I just disagree with some of the comments with the Super Bowl. I mean, it obviously killed us as Eagle fans. But back with Jalen, though, with Jalen Hurts, what he did, I've never seen that.
Hey, Prince, mute your mic.
My bad.
So, I mean, I go back quite a ways, but I've never seen anybody do what Jalen Hurts did this past year from where he was at, when he's with Emma, Oklahoma, and first 2 years with Philly, what he did last year. I've never seen anything like it. Oh, is my internet crapping out?
Yeah, all right.
No, you good. We hear you.
Well, see, the thing about it is, right? What if y'all gonna think I'm crazy? KingDv, I've said this on Birds of Broad Street. What if what OG just said is right? What if we didn't see a jump? What if the jump is coming? DV, I need your response. What if the jump is coming? You muted, bro. You muted.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I say a leap, I mean, like, basically, his timing was. You could see in 2021 his timing was off.
But what if that's chemistry though? What if that's chemistry with AJ Brown?
It had something to do with chemistry and everything like that. It does have something to do with his comfortability within the offense, and then the frustrations that was going on in the organization. You had basically the fans actually saying run the damn ball and things like that. So until that started working, it opens up everything. So once we really realized that, hey, that's a part of his game that can open up this offense, all he had to do was come back stronger and then also be able to have a reliable wide receiver, not named Jalen Reagor, to actually, have that chemistry and everything with work on his timing, work on his accuracy, work on everything that he needed to work on to get better the next year. And I think he did all that. When we talk about him getting better, he could get way better. There's more room to grow. The ceiling is always higher. But as of right now, as a 24-year-old man in the NFL, I think that he's going to be able to take his losses and use them as gains to the point where he's going to become one of those ones where we're going to be talking about him going back and forth with these quarterbacks the years to come and going to the Super Bowl. He might be running the NFC for a long time.
DV, if you look at the stats, right, according to the people, the analysts, right, you don't find out what your quarterback is until after 48 starts.
Right, facts.
He's at 30.
Normally, but Jalen's stats are so skewed because last year, I mean, those games were done by halftime, and the whole second half, we were running our vanilla run offenses, and then 7 minutes in the fourth quarter, we would have Minshew in there.
Yeah, just trying to run clock.
Times where, like for instance, like Dakota Rain would be padding the stats. Jalen was sitting on the bench.
Right.
So, and the other thing too I love about Jalen is he does protect the football, and I'm curious what kind of rhythm him and Swift are going to have when they run the option. Because it's like, you saw how it took a while for Miles and him to do it. And I'm curious how him and Swift are going to click with that. Because when they start clicking, because everything is just a rhythm. And when they click, there's nobody that's going to be able to stop that in the NFL. You can't. I always hear like, oh, there's going to be film on Jalen. There's going to be film on us, and defenses will figure out a way to scheme against it. You can't. I mean,
DV, you remember that scenario I gave you about the tush push option? Now y'all imagine this. Look, Prince, Chris, and OG. Imagine being in that formation, right? And you put Swift right behind Jalen. And when everybody think he's finna run up and push, they take off in that Georgia Tech type offense to one side of the field or the other. And now you have Jalen Hurts and DeAndre Swift possibly one-on-one with a safety or a defensive end. And you got two of them. So it's two of them. It's 2-on-1. And now you're going to pitch it and DeAndre Swift on the edge one-on-one with a safety. Or Jalen Hurts keeping it going up the side because the D end done crashed on Swift and now he one-on-one with a safety. Do you know how deadly that's going to be?
What was that called? The veer or something like that?
You can't.
Yeah, veer. It's the veer.
You can't defend against it. You can't defend when we, when we'll have, on our strong side, we'll have two wideouts on our strong side with Dallas, and then we're running weak side. I mean, that I've never seen anybody stop us. Whether we're running play action or we're running some kind of counterplay. It's and it's all has to do with Jalen. Just because of that threat of him being able to pull the ball back and run with it. I don't know. I always hear people say, "There's film on Jalen. It's going to be different." I've never seen anything like it. I'm excited too. Like I'm really excited. But one thing I know, it's going to take time, guys. We're having a lot of new pieces come in. We're learning new systems. And it might look a little bumpy for us as we're getting going with the season, just because.
Who's learning? Hold on. Who's learning the new system?
Well, we have Jalen Carter. We're gonna have we have a lot of rookies. Ringo. We have.
So you're just talking about on defense?
Yeah, defense. Yeah.
Okay.
I apologize. I didn't say.
That's a foul.
Oh, you good? You good, Chris?
Yeah, and we also know how Coach Sirianni likes to run things. Is which I appreciate. Because our guys have been staying relatively healthy. It's going to take us some time for our defense, to get acclimated, and but I don't know. The thing that my buddy and I were talking about is what kind of defense are we going to run with the side? Because everybody's always worried about the linebackers with us, and I think we're going to see like some kind of like hybrid. Like I don't know if you watch SEC football a lot, like Georgia Tech games where they'll run like one linebacker, two strong safeties, a free safety, three corners, and four down linemen, and then
4-2-5.
Yeah, well, it's not because they're only running. It's like a 4-1-6, but it's
they only got one linebacker.
Yeah, it's one linebacker, but have these hybrid strong safety linebacker type guys.
That'd probably be Terrell Edmonds though, probably playing that extra linebacker / safety.
Yeah,
that rover spot.
We might be seeing like three safeties, three corners from us on certain downs because it's like we obviously play with down front. I'm curious what we're gonna do. Are we gonna have Nolan? Are we gonna have we have our 5 down linemen? I know we were discussing it, or you guys were discussing it like last week. Like, are we gonna have Nolan Smith coming off the right side, and then I can't think of his name right now. The guy that
Reddick.
Yeah, Reddick comes. Like both sides, and then how the side can mix. And then I'm thinking about what's his face, the guy from New England who was the coach for the Patriots, Patricia. Yeah, and I'm curious what he's gonna do, Matt Patricia.
Shaquita, you talking to me? I was really talking about
what he said.
Oh, he said Georgia Tech?
Oh, he said something about Georgia Tech too. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, Georgia Tech. And the reason why I'm saying this is because we used to have a problem with 3rd and longs. And this is like going back for years. Whenever it was like 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11, teams would easily convert on us. Like we had the worst conversion rate in the league. And if you noticed that last year, well, granted, the competition wasn't that great that we played last year, but the second half of the year we were really good with that, except for that one Dallas play. But I'm thinking that we're going to some kind of more of a hybrid where, we're able to work on our weak points. Because one thing I always seen with the Eagles is they always adjust to where we were weak. Like, one thing that killed us in the Super Bowl was not being able to run the ball. We third and long, and anyway. And that's what we did with the run back. And I'm also... And real quick too, I think we should keep an eye on Trey Sermon because I was a huge Sermon fan. Watching him in Ohio State, and I'm just curious to see how. I mean, I remember old Penny obviously, but I'm curious how Penny's going to play coming off his latest injury. Hasn't lost a step if he's still the same. And, that might make a step for Sermon to pop up in there. And then we might have like a Trey Sermon, which would be with a Gainwell.
I got a question for y'all.
Once it clicked.
We have Slay, Bradbury, Maddox, Keely Ringo, Zach McPherson, Greedy Williams, Josh Jobe, Josiah Scott, Eli Ricks, Mario Goodrich, Mekhi Gardner. If you had to say Slay, Bradbury, Maddox, and Keely were locks out of the remaining, who are the 2 you pick?
It's hard because I haven't. It's hard because I'll tell you guys,
easy for me.
I'm rooting for Ricks, and I'm rooting for Joe from Alabama.
Nah, Makai and Eli all the way. Them dudes are studs.
Yeah,
As long as we ain't bringing back Scott.
Look, you got to pick two.
OJ?
Look, OG, you got to pick two out of Zach McPherson, Greedy Williams, Josh Jobe, Josiah Scott, Eli Ricks, Mario Goodrich, and Mekhi Garner.
To me, it's Josiah Scott and McPherson. I've seen all I need to see out of them.
Oh, he's saying two that's gone. No, two that stay.
I know
two that stay.
Oh, the ones that stay?
Yeah, two
out of those two. Yeah, I like Goodrich. And the other, what's the brother from Alabama? Because I like his game.
Eli.
Yeah.
Who you took, DV?
Yeah.
I took Eli Rich, and because it's crazy because I seen some stuff saying that they were trying Zach McPherson in the slot. I don't really hear too much about Greedy Williams, so I can't go there. But if I had to do a safe second pick, it would be probably Zach McPherson because they want to see him in the slot behind Avonte Maddox.
Damn, no love for Mekhi Garner.
I'm going.
I don't know.
I ain't seen.
I mean, we just so thick there. I mean, I'm like, yeah, but
Pause.
I like him. I like.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, my bad.
Greedy Williams, and I'm gonna go Eli Rich.
I'm
high on Greedy, man. I think Greedy can turn around, man. I really do.
No, he can.
Yeah,
He can.
like I said, it's gonna be a wait and see. But yeah, we have a lot of talent there. Like the most talent I've seen in my life as an Eagles fan.
You know what's interesting is last year was the year of the comeback. It seems like the Eagles are the only team that didn't let teams come back on them besides the Super Bowl, where they were down by 10. Right? Like you look at the year of the comeback, I can name 4 things off the top of my head. The Chargers versus the Jags in the playoffs. Chargers were up 27. What is it? What's another one? The Colts and the Vikings. I think the Vikings were up or the Colts were up 33, something crazy like that. I can name 2 off the Cowboys right now. I think the Jags were down by 14 or something like that in the fourth quarter.
21.
They were 5-8. The Green Bay Packers, and the Packers were 3-6. They came back in the fourth quarter, beat the Cowboys. I think our team is so good because when we get up, it's forcing you to pass the ball, but that goes into our strength. We have great corners that can just sit on routes, and then we have the pass rush to just get to your quarterback. You know what I mean?
I got another question. Would y'all sign Denzel Mims as outside wide receiver 1 help?
Oh, he said he hated Philly. I don't know.
No,
I said, yeah, I would bring him in. I would bring him in and give him a shot.
I don't know. Have the Jets had a good receiving core, and why isn't he running reps over them?
He got cut. It's too many receivers. They had to let him go.
No, but have the Jets has he won the job? He didn't win the job.
He actually was cooking a couple seasons, but he wasn't the finisher. He was more the let me get you a couple yards and then we're gonna give somebody else the ball to get touchdowns.
What was he, a second round pick? First round pick? Third?
Second round pick.
Yeah, it's I mean, I guess.
I'm a wait.
I just think for a cheap price, I know he coming in for nothing. Probably get him on a Morrow deal where he gets no guaranteed money. Yeah. I would use him on the outside just to be here.
Don't we have that? What's the name? The undrafted receiver we got.
Which one? Rambo.
There's somebody who got paid the most. He's a big receiver. It's 6'3".
Yeah, I know you're talking about out of Clemson.
Yeah.
Rambo.
No, that ain't Rambo. Rambo.
No, it wasn't Rambo.
No, it was another guy.
No, not Hazelwood.
The boy, he built like Alshon was built. Yeah. He from Clemson.
Yeah.
I know who y'all talk about too. It's Rambo.
But I'm like,
think
I'm
it's
gonna wait and see right now, you know, because we have so many UFAs right now, and you know, I'm just for giving them as much playing time,
Yeah.
you know, like in practice and then the first preseason game, and then after that, that's when we could probably start, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah. Weezy got it right there. Joseph Ngata.
And you need camp bodies anyway.
Yeah.
I just
You
I
know.
just think our wide receiver depth outside is a little just a little lackadaisical, man. I think we got a lot of small receivers, and I mean, let's be honest now. Let's be
You're
real.
right.
Let's be 100% real. Are y'all okay putting a Hazelwood or Ngata in for 2 games as the wide receiver 1 or 2?
No, you're right. You're right. If Devontae or AJ goes down, we are, yeah.
Well, bigger
we are
question: are you
screwed.
okay with Quez being there?
No, we're
Yeah.
screwed.
I don't even want Quez on the team.
Ooh, DV.
I don't want him on the team. I didn't see all I needed to see out of him though. I seen all I needed to see out of Quez. See, the problem is with me.
Routes and all that. I've seen him give up on
When
routes.
we got my thing is when you got a problem with that ticker, that heart, I can't do nothing with you. Nothing. I'm done. I can't. There's nothing I can get out of you if you got a problem with that heart. Can't.
Jigga, I ain't talking about wide receiver 3. I'm more saying, are you okay and comfortable with him coming in and taking wide receiver 2 snaps in replacement of an AJ Brown or Devontae Smith? Like, okay, I'm cool with him at 3 because as DV's told me before, he's really wide receiver 5. Because you have a Swift, you have a Goddard, you have an AJ, you have
and that's what I was going with it too.
You got Devontae Smith. So
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Think about it like this. So when Dallas Goedert got hurt, that's when the whole offense had to, adjust. What do you think would happen if, a Smitty goes out or whatever? It's going to be more reps to Dallas Goedert. They're going to throw more swing passes to DeAndre Swift. They're not going to be really concerned about wide receiver 2 unless now the defense shifts to the point where they doubling AJ, and then Alameda is going to see the field, so he's a reliable receiver anyway. So we'll just be not really doing more lateral plays as much. We're going to be more so, trying to go from line to line and trying to get first downs to keep the chains moving. I think it's going to just be an adjustment. I'm not really too concerned about Quez or whoever at number 2, but I think Dallas Goedert would need to step up. That's my biggest thing. He will need to step up a little bit more and tell people why he's in the top 3 of the tight end race.
I would tell you this here. I could tell you this here is that Rambo has the beat on a lot of the new receivers because he played with Jalen at Oklahoma.
Well, Hazelwood
so
did too.
He already know the system. Yeah, well, them too. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big factor. Also, is who is your quarterback more comfortable with? Who do we trust more? So that's something that we can keep an eye out on in the development.
Jigga, did he do better outside, or were you just tired of Jalen Reagor and JJ Arcega-Whiteside? Did Quez really step up, or did you just have 2 bad receivers doing so horribly that when you put Quez in and he gave you just a little bit of production, you were like, thank God it ain't Jalen Reagor and JJ Arcega-Whiteside? Because
look how we treated Jordan Matthews. Look how we treated him. Jordan Matthews had a hot streak, and we thought he was the guy.
A ring, DV.
Exactly. Yeah.
He got traded. He got traded coming out of that training camp going into that season.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about it on Raw Room. I was watching on the Raw Room. He was just like, man, he really thought like he had a feeling that we was gonna be in a Super Bowl run. And he was like, bro, I thought 100% down to everything I love, I was gonna be a part of that run. And they cut me.
Yeah, for Darby. Yeah.
And they cut him for Nelson Aguilar. He said it came down to him or Aguilar. Nelson, and they picked Nelson over him.
Wait, I thought we traded. Didn't we trade Matthews for?
Yeah, but I'm saying they picked over the 2 though. Like, are we going to trade Nelson or are we going to trade Jordan? And they picked Jordan over Nelson. I mean, we get a ring, so we can't look back on it in a bad situation. But
yeah, Edelman had like one good season in the Super Bowl.
That was
but I would have kept Jordan.
That was bad Howie. This is new Howie, who is no longer bad Howie. That was, but yeah, could we please stop throwing it in the universe too about Devontae Smith and AJ Brown getting hurt and what we're gonna do? Because we all know we don't have the wide receiver depth, and
but nobody does. I mean, if the Bengals lost Jamar Chase, the Bengals ain't winning the Super Bowl.
They did, and they went and lost. They did, and they lost to the Cowboys.
Yeah, like.
But I think that what people got to stop doing is just because the name on the back of the jersey, and start going to who can play, who can possess the ball. I mean, we haven't seen that yet out of these guys. So I think that just give these guys camp and let's see what these guys do, because you're not going to see a whole lot of AJ and Devontae. You know what I'm saying? In the camps and everything, and in these preseason games. So we're gonna all of our questions are going to be answered through this camp and through the preseason games. We're going to know exactly who we're going to, and I'm going to tell you, a lot of y'all going to be pleasantly surprised that you do have guys that can actually go get that ball, because it's not really that hard to do. You on the NFL team, all of these guys have had success at different colleges that they've been at. You got a good quarterback that throws a very catchable ball. You know what I'm saying? He moves and everything, so he makes it easier for you to get open on routes. So there's no getting shut down by no corner, you know, because of your quarterback. So just put the ball on them and see if these guys catch it or not. The ones that drop it, get their asses out of the Philly. Period.
Well, I got a question.
It ain't that difficult.
I got a question for OG.
Yeah.
So, can you name 3 quarterbacks that do something better than Jalen Hurts, and do you think that he can match or get better than what they are in those areas?
I would say Patrick Mahomes, and I'm gonna point out to you what it is that I think he does better than Jalen is that when he throws the ball, it's the velocity on his ball. You know what I'm saying? It's not the accuracy, but it's the velocity. But I was able to really tell you why Jalen don't throw with that velocity, because of the type of offense that we run, which is an RPO, which means he don't have time to get his fingers on the threads of the football. So, yes, Jalen can get better at that, because at this point, as the more games he plays and the more comfortable he can then start positioning the ball to get them threads. You know what I'm saying? So he can throw a better ball with the velocity. And then I would say I like Justin Herbert's game. I like his outside the numbers deep ball, but Jalen does that just as well as he do. So to be honest with you, I can't give you 3 quarterbacks that do something that Jalen can't do. No, I can't. I just gave you one.
Well, I got one thing.
I gave you the one throw. That's it.
I got something he did. No, that's not it.
What's that?
It's on the screen, OG. It's on the screen, OG. You ain't see it?
Oh, I'm driving, so I ain't see it.
He picking up big weight again. He picking up big weight again, OG. That's all. He just picking up.
And I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna tell y'all something else too, because a lot of people, I hear a lot of people say that Jalen doesn't wow you and he don't have no wild plays. If you go to that Super Bowl and you tell me, have you ever seen Patrick Mahomes make the throw that he made to Dallas Goedert that had to be, the refs had to go and check to see if it was a catch? Remember, it went under review. That ball he put over the quarterback and in between the safety, and then the linebacker coming from the outside, from the inside of him. Mm-hmm. And he put that ball right on the money, and the guy got that ball.
You ain't got to go that far. Go to week 2, Minnesota, from the 15-yard line when he one-legged and drug 3 defenders from the 7-yard line for a touchdown.
Yeah, now that's easy work. There's no other quarterback that can do that, so I didn't want to do that. I don't want to hurt people's feelings, Smitty. I'm trying to keep it, trying to keep it football.
Yo, that's so.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you a wild throw.
You got.
Huh?
Yeah, go.
No, go ahead, Prince. Jump in here.
I was like, if you look at Patrick Mahomes, like, if you look at the what do we call them, the tight coverage, right? Do you see Patrick Mahomes making many tight window throws, or like the receivers usually open?
Open.
Yeah,
Nope.
like
Nope.
that's
Nope.
so interesting because nobody
Same.
really
And
talked about that. That's definitely Andy Reid scheming, scheming the receivers open. So that
I got it.
definitely
I got another one for you, Prince. How about Josh Allen not being able to throw the ball outside the numbers effectively? See, Josh
Okay.
Allen balls are
Hold on,
are
OG.
seam routes, deep ends.
Hold on, OG. Before you get in, right? I'm gonna let OG go, y'all, and then we're gonna get up out of here. But OG, I like this take you finna give him. Give him the same take you gave me about the quarterbacks and what they missing. I like this take.
Say that again. I'm with you.
When you was telling me about what other quarterback missing, some of them are seam passes, some are outside the numbers, and then Jalen.
Oh yeah.
All around package.
Right. The difference in the quarterbacks, you have seam route throwers, and then you have outside the number throwers. People are they thinking Lamar Jackson is going to have a good year because he's got Beckham Jr. Right. But the problem with Lamar is that Lamar is a seam route thrower, so you pretty much need tight ends for him and receivers that can run good. That's going to run seam routes. But any receiver that's predicated to go outside the numbers and down the sidelines and all that, they're not going to be happy with him. So those are the type of quarterbacks you got. And that's Carson Wentz, which is seam route thrower. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Josh Allen, which is a seam route thrower. Then you got Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert. They outside the numbers quarterback throwers. And people don't know how to decipher that. And that is the reason why Stephon Diggs get mad at Josh Allen. And I honestly think that Stephon Diggs will not be on the Buffalo Bills come game one. I think they're going to trade him. And if not now, he definitely wants out because he's not happy with Josh Allen right now. And that's true.
So back shoulder throws, comebacks, routes like those?
Yeah, those are outside the numbers, right? But what they are, they're shorter. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're what you call laser throws, you know what I'm saying, curls and stuff like that. But I'm talking about outside the numbers. I'm talking about down the ones that the pass that Jalen Hurts threw to Devontae Smith in the Super Bowl down the field outside the numbers. You know what I'm saying? You don't see these quarterbacks that I just mentioned to you making those. Now I'm not saying they don't never make them. I'm saying on a consistent basis. So, yeah, those are issues for those type of quarterbacks. And Josh Allen struggles heavily with that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why he throws so many picks. He throws interceptions because he's more times late with that ball. And it's all about what your eyes are seeing. And it's not the arm strength. It's your ability to see it before it even happens. And that's where a lot of quarterbacks fall off at. It's because it's the football IQ, you know what I'm saying, that you got to deal with there, and knowing where to put that ball at, and then the velocity, like having a touch pass on that. Josh Allen, everything is a bullet with him. See, that's not good when you throwing out route and all that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to give them a catchable ball. If it's not catchable, the receiver's not going to be able to corral it because it's got too much hot sauce on it.
How you feel about that, Prince?
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, Jalen Hurts, he's gotten better as a quarterback, like every single year, even going back to college. Like, it's like people forget his last year of college, he scored 52 touchdowns. 52 touchdowns? 52? Like, goddamn. Like, the next closest person, I think, was Joe Burrow, who had that crazy year. He's like 60 touchdowns and like 6 interceptions. But he's throwing it to Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. So what do you think is going to happen? You know what I mean? So I think he's just been underrated like his entire career. But like, I think he just, in the Super Bowl, he put everybody on notice. Like, you think I'm a running quarterback. I only ran for 70 yards. The rest of the game, I was throwing for 300 passing yards. Right, and I understand the touchdowns, but that's situational. That's like I'm in the red zone. You know, you can't stop me. You know what I mean? Like, and Josh Allen, Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence, I love them. They have great talent, but they throw a lot of red zone interceptions and a lot of turnovers in the red zone. I really don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right, even Trevor Lawrence, he only had like 8 interceptions last season. But I think at least 2 or 3 of them were red zone interceptions. Like, that's not good. So we're gonna see.
Y'all still there?
Like you said, like we might not even seen the jump yet. Really, people underrate his first season started because I made this point last stream that y'all in. Like the Eagles were projected at 4 or 5 wins, lucky 6. Jalen Hurts' first year starting. You're lying to yourself. You say over 7. You're lying to yourself.
Listen, Prince, I got an analogy for you, right? Okay. When you first got your license, right, and you got behind the wheel and nobody told you what to do, you didn't have a recollection of how to drive, right?
Yep.
But then when your dad got in the car and he started telling you, hey, ease up on the gas, don't mash the brakes so hard, be a little bit more relaxed, be smooth. You started driving better as you go, right?
Yep.
Now think about this. When Jalen Hurts was at Alabama, he never had that driving instructor to tell him, hey, slow down on the gas, pump the brakes, be a little bit more relaxed, be smooth. His first time getting a driving coach was at Oklahoma.
Yeah, Lincoln Riley. Yeah.
So you got to think about this. The reason we're seeing him improve is because when we were watching him at Alabama, he was being raw. He was basically raw prospect straight out of high school. They gave him the reins because he was 5-star. Do what you want. He got to Oklahoma. You seen a different Jalen. Hey, we're gonna run the ball, but I need you to stand in this pocket just a little bit longer than you usually would and deliver the rock. Now you're starting to see. That's why I said I didn't think the jump had came yet. I think that was more of a chemistry jump that we seen because now you got your homeboys in the car. Now you got your homeboys with a car. They all there with you. Now you starting to see, okay, look, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this. Now your work ethic and Brian Johnson is going to really elevate Jalen Hurts to a new level. He's going to give him some keys to a car that he ain't had
yet. Mims is going to the Lions.
Good. Then we ain't got to talk about that no more.
They need a receiver for 6 games.
Yeah.
Because J-Mo
I'm
won't
telling you, that's the sleeper team right there out of the NFC. That's who I think we're going to end up battling with is the Lions. I don't have Dallas winning 10 games at all. Period. I mean, I know people like them and everything, but with Dak is already just organically, he's not a smart quarterback. He plays off of instincts, right? So Dak is learning a new offense right now. People want to say, "Oh no, McCarthy said he's going to leave the same." No, he's not. That's just all cap. First of all, he's a Super Bowl winning coach that just fired his offensive coordinator because he said he scored too many points. So don't you think McCarthy is going to be trying to put his thing in there so that he don't get fired? He's not going to allow them to run. He don't know that offense. McCarthy at that point was just a delegator. He was delegating authority. Now he's got to be the architect of an offense. He's calling the plays. Now, how you do that? You got to now have Dak on your side and showing Dak, hey, this is where you want to go with this ball. That's where you. They got to get on the same page as Dak. You know, that takes time. Y'all got to understand, this is the NFL. All these players are top of the line players. You don't just come here, change the offense, and automatically it's going to click. That's why I said the Jets is not going to be what everybody think they're going to be. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm telling you right now, they will not win 10 games. Period. They don't have a running game yet. Pollard is a nice guy when he's actually not the guy. Pollard now is going to be the guy. So you're going to have problems running the ball. So all that, we just take the ball out of Dak's head. Well, who you going to give it to Pollard? You don't.
Yeah.
He's just coming off a broken leg.
They're gonna give it to
Just
Pollard
coming
and
off of
Thurman
a
Jones.
broken leg. Yeah. So man, miss me with that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to tell everybody, don't expect this Dallas and Eagle rivalry to be so lucrative this year, because it will not be. Last year we both had weak schedules. They won because of their schedule. We won because we could. So even if we had the better teams, we were going to beat the better teams. That was just the facts. You know what I'm saying? It's two different levels here, man. It's levels to this thing. They not on that level. Trust me, they not.
This is like trouble in
DB,
paradise.
I need you to talk about this disrespect that Vegas put on Jalen, man, before we get up out of here. Please come talk to me. Vegas has Jalen 21 touchdowns, 3,100 yards
this year. Disrespect. It's real.
That's a projection. You saying?
Yeah, that's what Vegas has him down for. 21 touchdowns, 3,100 yards.
So then you go over on everything. Because listen, Vegas ain't no dummy. They know what the hell they doing. If they put it up higher, ain't nobody going to be betting on it. So they putting it somewhere where they can get enough haters to come on.
Oh man, he cut up.
That just passing 21 and 31 for passing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense because he threw 3,700 yards in 15 games and 22 in 15 games. So that doesn't make any sense.
They're trying to get people to vote. You got people like Dallas fans who gonna vote under.
Like they don't even have that 3,500 passing yards. Like I don't. Something fishy about that. Like that looks like backup stats. Like if you had a backup come in and start for your team, maybe they get to this. Not an all pro.
Yeah, that dude look Cooper Rushes. But that looks like if he was to play the whole season, that would have been his stat line.
So are they saying Jalen Hurts they project him as a backup? Like I don't.
Yeah, because they are heartbroken about not believing in Jalen Hurts and everything like that. So they got to be right about something. Number one, number two, Vegas is trying to get people to go to over and everything like that to see where Jalen Hurts is going to be at the end of the season, and that's going to be the gamble. So now you're watching football, everybody got the over, and once they close that, then it's fair game. But at the same time, I think Jalen Hurts is going to be well over that. We got him at 4,000 mark, and 4,000 plus mark, and then we got him with possibly like 12 to 14 more touchdowns than that. I got him with 35 passing touchdowns this season. And that's only because DeAndre Swift is here, and I got high hopes for him, especially at the goal line. Between him and Penny, I think Jalen Hurts is going to be able to play all 17 games this season, and then also it's not going to be a lot of that goal line. Oh, everything is on Jalen Hurts play anymore, or him scrambling trying to make a play, because we have two running backs now that could keep their legs churning. So that's going to alleviate a lot off of Jalen Hurts.
I'm sorry to kill it, but Jacob Sports Seals Live, they have him for 42.75 as the line.
42.75.5.
So 4,275.5 is the line.
How many touchdowns?
They have him for
at least 30.
27.
No.
Okay, I guess.
Well, they have him passing. That's just passing. They have him They have him for 8 rushing.
Yo, you know what's gonna be crazy? His last season in Oklahoma, he threw 32 touchdown passes and 20 rushing touchdowns. Fucking ridiculous. Do you think he'll reach 30 and 15 one season? Or 30, 35 and 15?
See, he only get to 15 if he has to.
Yeah.
Only if he has to. I think that I think he does get double digits. I think he will have 35 passing touchdowns this season, though. I don't think that it will be no 27 or anything like that because we have too many weapons.
And they got him for 790 rushing yards on top of the 4,200.
Like 5,000 yards. Like, God.
That's MVP.
Yeah, yards wise.
With what? Almost 40 touchdowns?
Almost 40, yeah.
So they got him for basically they got him for 5,000 yards and 44 touchdowns.
That's MVP.
Yeah, that's MVP.
I don't got him with 27. I got him with more passing touchdowns though.
He can't make it to 20 rushes. You're not gonna run for 20 rushing touchdowns.
790 yards rushing is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
On top of 4,200 passing, that's crazy. That's crazy numbers.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting about Jalen Hurts' year last year? If you look at Lamar Jackson's MVP season, Jalen Hurts threw for more passing first downs than Lamar Jackson did. And Lamar Jackson ran the ball almost 27 to 30 more times than Jalen Hurts did. He only had 4 more first downs. He only had 4 more first downs.
Oh, Jigga, nah. Jigga, if you go look at my Twitter, bro, I was in a war with Silly Ho the other day. He was in there talking crazy. He said Jalen Hurts. He said Jalen Hurts would never throw for 4,039 yards.
Well, that's
if y'all don't know what it is, that's what Carson Wentz had to have our Eagles leading passer of all time.
I got it. That's a specific ass number, 4,039.
Hey, they got damn, Jalen Hurts got good MVP for MVP. He got a good stats. Now I might make this bet, no? Might make this bet.
I can see him getting MVP this year, man. I can see him getting MVP this year. I don't see nobody in the market with him, man. Seriously, you could book that. I think that he's going to get MVP this year. I just like his mindset that he's not going to allow that to go to his head because the job ain't done.
He doesn't care about yards or stats, and he just want to win. That's what I like about him.
CJ has a response for us, guys.
CJ.
He said, y'all know I'm not trash. Y'all just feel entitled to your own opinion, though. You're a trash individual for talking about us in the way you did.
Right.
Your play on the field was decent. It was going to get better. I would have liked to see you in this defense, but you're not going to talk about us as fans and say we're the worst thing about Philadelphia. We're probably the best thing about Philadelphia. You know why Seattle has their ring? Because of the 12th man.
Rex.
Ooh, Jigga. I like the hot take, Jigga.
What do you say?
What do you say?
Goddard, Smitty, Brown, 1K.
See, I would take that over
Swift. With Swift for 1K. All purpose.
All purpose yards, yeah. That would be crazy.
How many games did Goddard miss last year? Like 5?
5,
so
he
had like 700 and something yards. So I think can he get 300 yards in 5? I think he can do that. It's like
because if you think about it, you know, like I said, Brown had almost 1,500 yards. Smitty had over 1,200 yards. Those yardage could have been split up to the point it went to Goddard. You know, and he would have been. Yeah, he would have had 1,000 yards last season.
Yeah, I believe it. Well, man, it's been fun, man. We hitting that 3-hour mark, man. Me and my boy, we've been riding out strong. We appreciate y'all for coming through, man. Prince, you got anything you want to say to the people before we get up out of here, man?
Just thank y'all. I love this Eagles content. As y'all can tell, I follow them all day, every day. I've been loving the Eagles. I think my first Super Bowl I ever watched was the 2004 Super Bowl. Went over my uncle's house. I was around like 8 or 9 at that time. Was hooked ever since. So I love the Eagles. I love the fact that y'all do this every day, basically. And thank you for letting me on your platform.
No problem, man.
DV, talk to the people, man, so we can Tell them what you got going on, man. I know you got some good content coming, man. I know you got.
Yeah, man. I got a lot of days going on, man. Like I said earlier, man, we 6 days away from training camp, man. It's going to be popping, clicking from probably to this point all the way to February. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got to stay tuned. You guys support us, man. We do this week in and week out. So support our channels, man. Please subscribe. Boys on the road to 1K right now. I'm this close, 125. So, and it helps out our algorithm too, man, with comments. I thank you for everybody that tuned in tonight, man. We had a great show, great guests. I want to thank Prince for showing up, OG, Stu, EC1.
Kev. We got a new guy, Kev, that came through.
We got Kev came in here, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Miss
DV has the Corner Boys, the Smitty. He got the 4133 coming. Listen, he is on Twitter. Hit his inbox. Let him know your size, which shirt you would like, and he'll ship it out. He even comes with tracking information to let you know where your shit at. All you gotta do is hit my boy DM, KingDv Sports on Twitter. Let him know what size you wear, man. And guess what? They ain't $50. They ain't $100. My boy want $20 for the crispy.
It's a smooth up, man.
And it come in gray or black.
Yeah.
Get you a shirt, man. You don't want to miss these Corner Boy shirts.
And Corner Boy shirts, man. It's going to start popping off when y'all see what these guys going to do this season. I'm not too concerned about it, but I am going to start pushing that out more on my content and over here as well. Shout out to Nina, shout out to Miss Ash, shout out to
Miss Ash got a shirt, don't she?
Yeah, she got a shirt.
Ash,
that's why she said
picture
that.
Listen, you got me on Twitter. I need you to send me a picture of your shirt so you can be featured on the next. Hey, look, this the new thing, DV. I got something for him. If you buy a shirt from my guy and you send it to us on Twitter, we'll shout you out on the next show, man. We'll send you some love, man. We'll put your picture up here. That's Nina. Tell him. We had you up on the screen. I think I still got Miss Nina up here.
See, Gene. This is the Corner Boy shirt here in gray. And I think, to my personal, I think it looks better in black, but this is it in gray. So if you're interested, man, look at Nina. It looks better in black. You got Nina. I gave one to her mom. Shout out to Dancing Mom. I actually hit up Devontae Smith, like, yo, you need to wear this Slim Reaper shirt. You really do. But he ain't, of course he ain't comment back, but I think that's gonna start popping off, because I think Smitty is due. Smitty is due. So I think, just watch out. But the Corner Boy shirts, man, they was popping off, man. I shipped one all the way to the West Coast, and 3X. So
you gotta make a bird dog shirt. Bird dog.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could do that. Yeah, Prince gave me an idea, man. He gave me an idea. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Because a lot of people was going with the Georgia Bulldogs. That's why I go that route. But I think I'm about to do that. Put everybody, all the Georgia dogs on there. Bird dogs.
If you in the comments, you hear. If you watching it afterwards, listen, man. I'm gonna tell you one more time. Listen, you're gonna miss the shirt, and then you're gonna be mad at me. Then you're gonna be coming to Smitty. Why you ain't tell me DV had the 5 shirts? I'm telling you right now. Twitter, KingDv Sports. YouTube, KingDv Sports. TikTok, KingDv Sports. Find my boy. Give him your shirt size. Get his Cash App, his Zelle, his Venmo. Guess what? We old school too. You can send it to us, Western Union. We go pick it up. Scott, whatever. We pick it up. Get you a shirt, man. The season about to start. It's hot outside. That jersey get hot, man. I know everybody want a jersey, but the jerseys get hot, man. You gotta get you a t-shirt. Mine on the way. Don't talk trash to me yet. Mine on the way. Just chill. Just chill. Get a shirt. Shaquita. Twitter. KingDv Sports.
Yeah.
Get a shirt.
Yeah. This is smoothed up. I take PayPal as well. And I should send it out to you.
Yeah, man. But hey, man, listen. I got content coming. I'm working. My boy DV working. We're gonna be back here Wednesday. You can catch us Monday. You can catch me Sunday. Like, listen, when the season start, man, you ain't gonna want to miss this pressure we got coming, man. You ever put your meat in the pressure cooker? You let it cook, then that thing fall off the bone. That's how this content gonna be, man. Fall off the bone, man. Y'all got to keep coming back, man. We just growing with y'all, man. We appreciate y'all for coming out. It's another episode in the books. Listen, share this with your people that's Eagle fans, man. Let them come out and watch it too, man. Don't be stingy. Let them people watch this content, man. The content popping, man. Come on, man. Don't be greedy. We love y'all, man. We appreciate y'all, man. And until next time, go Birds.
But to tell me I came out with DeAndre Swift over Bijan,
Jordan Davis, because still play the same.